you think are considered cultured doesn't mean you're actually cultured. You have to have some sense of variety, sir, and you can't hate everybody.
I think if any, I mean, I can hate everybody. That's a special
You
skill.
certainly try.
Hate, 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 hate.
You definitely can.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of hate, who else is just so happy Tom Brady got fucking destroyed last night? Fuck you. Fuck Tampa. I hope he's retired.
Wow.
From a native Tampa Bay person.
Hey,
Fuck Tom Brady.
Whose team made it to the
playoffs
and whose didn't?
Bro,
Whose team went 9-8?
We won the same amount of games.
8-9, dude. Get out of here.
We won the same amount of playoff games, man.
Hey, but at least we got invited to the dance.
All right. Well, we're deflect. I'm going to deflect.
Yeah.
It was Carolina's job.
Your division,
and they
your
suck.
division should have shittier teams, AJ. How dare you?
Well, no, that's the thing. He was the shitty team in his division. That's the whole point of the story.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears.
The Lions were the best fucking team in that league.
Someone tried telling me that Justin Fields is a once-in-a-generational talent. And I told him, I go, I was like, you could have said he's a great player. You could have said he has potential. But no, you said once-in-a-generational talent. I was like, no.
What's he going to say when they draft Bryce Young?
Tom Brady is a once-in-a-generational talent.
Dude, I mean, I don't even like Patrick Mahomes, but you could say Patrick Mahomes is a once-in-a-generational talent after his rookie season or his first 2 years.
Peyton Manning.
Noodle.
After fucking Justin Fields' stuff, he used that fucking term. No.
John Elway. Generational talent. John Elway.
Brent Dilfer.
No.
He's a field general.
Shut the fuck up. Just stop.
You just gotta disagree with everything.
Aaron Donald.
Oh my gosh.
If you're talking once in a generation talent, Michael Jordan beats out other people for that.
You know who else is a once in a generational talent? Buck Gorlos. Killing things.
Hard to argue.
Speaking of generational talent, no, I'm just kidding.
All right, so who's giving the recap this week?
All right,
Not
so
me.
last week we started off
Yep.
in this long hallway
Yep.
where there is a 5-foot gap, a smooth floor, and a 5-foot gap. The party finds a really, really, really bad, but it worked out way of us just jumping, sliding, and trying to jump over again. Using the immovable rod, and Buck saving some people's lives with some good catches, made it across. We got there with a series of lucky rolls, and we found out that you could not use magic in the room. As we continue down the pathway, hugging the left wall, we make it to a room with a pit of animals in glass enclosures, a menagerie of sorts. We sneak past without terrifying the creatures and having them try to attack us or run against the cage, and make it to a room on the far side. We go into a room and there is a tall, dark-skinned, white-haired individual. He stands taller than Buck. The room is nice-sized, and in the distance we can see the multicolored egg. Quesnef. His job is to guard the egg. We talk with him for a moment, and after a few moments and thoughts, he decides that the talking time is over. We fight him and get him down all the way to 1 HP. We ask him why he's here, if he can leave us, and who has him here. He's bound by magic to be here, guard the egg, and he cannot say any more. We decide that the right thing to do is to kill him, and not try to revivify him, for fear that we might need to save our spells for later. We find on his body a ring of protection, a ring of spell storing. Inside the spell storing ring, it has 2 casts of mirror image still in it. We find a tome of giant runes, as we believe that Kuznets himself was of giant descent. This tome has runes, a dictionary, and a brief history of giant people. We find some money, some jewelry, a greater healing potion, an armor of vulnerability, and a scroll of protection. In the corner, there's also a rifle with a bolt of lightning going down the barrel. Got a cherry wood stock and a gold stripe down the side. We begin to decide as a party how we want to leave this area. We feel that we've found what we needed and have the egg in hand. But are there more secrets that lie inside this cavern?
Dun dun dun.
Tyler, quick question.
Yeah.
The rifle had something engraved on it, but I lost my other notebook because I suck as a human being. I don't remember what the engraving was, but I know it began with an S.
Slingshot.
Slingshot, okay.
The name of the rifle was the slingshot, which I forgot to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go,
Thank you.
guys.
Perfect. All right. Well, with that, we will find ourselves back in the dungeon as the party debates amongst themselves whether or not to press forward or to cut their losses now that they've found what they were looking for.
We actually, we all heard the
You're a cocksucker,
comment, right? But
Everybody.
that'd be a disgrace to all the cocks you've sucked.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody heard that.
Can we tell where it came from?
On the wind.
On the wind.
Just, I'm
You can roll a perception check if you'd like.
sure.
I would like to roll a perception check.
I get advantage, right? Because we're underground, and I can tell where voices.
I don't think that's how that works. No.
Oh.
That's pretty. Hey, I respect the hustle.
I got a nat 19, so
Wow.
that's gonna be a 23.
Hell yeah, I got a 18. No, I can't do math. 17.
Once in a generational talent, but
Hey.
So, Buck with an 18, you are aware that this voice is not in this room, nor does it sound like it is close by.
I was gonna say it's not in this room. Wow.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Nor is it close by. You're not sure where it came from.
Okay.
It does sound as though it came from the wind. I am going to give Sledge, you, in addition to the things that I just told Buck, recognize or hear it, and like you said, being in a cave, being more familiar with how voices bounce and things. It's weird. It's sort of bouncing off walls, but doesn't have the resonance and the depth of something that's tangible. It does, not to lean back on the literary descriptor of on the wind, but it does very much feel ethereal at the same time as bouncing off walls.
okay, so I can tell it's like not. It doesn't have like the heft of a physical presence.
Correct.
Okay.
Not quite.
Not quite. I'll keep that knowledge to myself and just kind of look around at the group like, we all heard that.
Yeah, it was probably whoever cast the spell on Kuznets.
Hmm.
Seems like he was insulting the man that we just killed.
Aye.
Unless anybody else wants to own up to recognizing that.
Was that the first time I heard a voice like that?
Anybody that wants to search their memories, make a history check. I guess a history check, or no? I guess it'd be insight, wouldn't it?
Insight.
If it's a straight memory, just do straight intelligence.
I would prefer an insight check.
I would
But-
prefer an insight check though.
So then quit talking, AJ, and accept your insight check.
We'll do straight. We'll do a straight intelligence check. I appreciate the fairness there, everybody.
Damn it.
An insight check.
Straight intelligence check.
The fuck?
Ooh,
So that is a
Lord.
15 for me.
I got a 10.
5.
5.
None of you recognize this voice.
Good enough. Take it from everybody's silence that nobody wants to own up to it.
it either.
Nobody wants to own up to what? Sorry.
I said I take it that this is the voice of the person who cast the spells on Quiznef, unless somebody else recognizes his voice and wants to own up to it. There was a long silence, and then I said, seeing as it's silent, nobody was willing to own up to it. Let's continue.
How do we know he's not talking to us?
I mean, he said he had one job, and I feel like we've had more than one job. And even now, we still have more than one job.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of a deciding factor.
That's fair.
Hurry up, though. Sorry, guys.
All good.
No worries. Are we still in Quiznef's room?
You were still in Quesnef's room, aka Quiznef.
I look for a hot and ready sub.
You find nothing. So as the party stands in Quesnef's room, the echoes of the voice, the unknown voice that they just heard, what would you like to do? Or is this still an ongoing discussion as you stare at each other?
I think we should get out of here. We found what we were looking for.
I'm kind of with Seymour on this one.
I'm gonna walk out to the menagerie and just kind of look around, see if everything's still the same.
Yeah, Desto walks outside, or not outside, but out of this room into the menagerie, sees that the aberrations you guys had come across before, the different creatures all seem to be kind of just bouncing around their enclosures as though nothing's changed.
What do you guys think?
As has been made abundantly clear to us, we tend to do things and have to pay for the consequences of our actions, sometimes not knowing what they all are. I think that in this instance, I would like to scout around and make sure that we are aware of the circumstances that we are leaving this place. Because I do not want to have, I don't know, a village being destroyed or some other dire consequences that causes us to have to go on some other super secret mission to go, I don't know, drain the elemental sea so that we can clean out these things' cages or whatever. I would like to know what it is we are leaving before we go. That's just me.
So, and Sledge are the only ones who want to stay, correct?
Well, that's where we
Nice.
stand on things.
I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Sledge, if you've already expressed your desire here. Desto just walked out of the room. Buck expressed a desire to perhaps scout around and see what all
I
they're unaware of here.
I believe I said last session that we wanted to keep going and see what else we could find.
Okay.
We already found some good treasure, found a cool rifle. Um, before I leave and they go out to the menagerie, I'm gonna just kind of is Quesnoff Quesnoff Fred, I
Quesnev,
don't know how to say his name. Quesneth. Is he just slumped up against the wall?
his body faded away.
Oh,
I
He
believe I
gone.
narrated
well,
that last time. If not, I apologize.
did.
But yeah, you have seen that his body faded away.
I'll do a mutter a quick prayer to God. Hope for a out of all odds, he has a safe trip to the afterlife instead of being condemned to uh, some type of hell, and then head on out.
All right.
And I believe I did express it. I wanted to keep going deeper, see what we
Okay.
could find.
So then it's 2 votes. Desto had left the room to the menagerie. All that remain in Quesnev's room are Seymour, Buck, and Bobby Joe as Sledge joins Desto in the menagerie.
I will turn to Seymour. If you really think that we should go, then I am for that. But I'm tired of being blindsided. For once, I would like to at least have some information of what the fuck is going on.
I just wonder if we'll find that outside of this room that housed the egg. If everything here up to this point was designed to prevent us from getting to the egg, I feel a lot of what we're going to continue to find is more traps and dead ends and things. But I do understand that there is a concept and a line of thought that if there is something else of value in this cave, that you would keep your treasure separated. So I see the logic in which you want to go down, which is why I would like to lead this to a majority vote. Is you there, Brent? Or
Uh-oh.
Oh, Brent.
Oh no. What bad timing.
He
God
looks
damn
very
it, Brent.
concerned and pensive, though.
I would say he looked very like taking in what I was saying. I was like, okay.
Oh no.
He looked very attentive.
Very.
Still, he
Oh,
wasn't.
man.
We'll take that as Buck is leading the way, and he's going down the hallway.
Well,
No,
we're
I
at
can't take him
2-2.
as that. We're at 2-2.
We're at a
and-
2-2.
No.
So my plan when I went out there, Tyler, is after I saw everything was fine.
Yeah.
I just want to kind of. He just said his internet crashed. Brent did.
Cool. Okay.
No.
He said he'll get on as soon as he can. Oh,
Poor Brent.
but my plan is I just kind of want to scout ahead and see where the other path is. I know the one we came back from, but
All right, you're back.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was weird.
Okay, when you say other path, can you point to if you were in the owlbear? Could
I
you
am
point to it?
actually not in the owlbear, so let me
Okay,
get there. Really
you're
quick.
good. Are you wanting to head north? I guess
Is that the other path we didn't go down?
for the
So
for
we
this
came
key
after the
intersection.
after we came out of the two
Okay.
section, there was a left and right. We took the left.
So yes, so I just want to head up here to this T,
Okay.
and I want to just kind of scout right here.
Sure.
By yourself.
As stealthily as possible.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Okay. 24.
Damn.
Perfect. All right, this is okay. This being a little difficult. There we go. So you scout ahead and you find that there's a door. If you attempt to open the door, you would find it open, but I will leave it up to Desto whether or not he pushes the door open.
Buddy.
Do I sense any like? I'll probably have to make an Arcana check, but like any magic around it.
That I will make you do an Arcana check for. I would roll.
Okay,
I'll roll a general perception check into your stealth roll because I don't want to just spam dice rolls here. That you don't hear any movement on the other side from like people. You don't hear any voices or anything like that. You just hear the sound of rushing water.
Okay, and I got a 13 for the Arcana check.
You do detect a faint magical aura. Not anything in particular, not anything that's going to give you like a school, but like something magical is in this room. How powerful, unknown.
So it's coming from the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not the door necessarily, but
Not
like
the door.
inside.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I'll start making my way back.
Okay.
Making your way.
So Desto walks back to the menagerie, and the party is still maybe just standing there, taking it all in, trying to figure out what's next.
I'll walk in and just I'll tell Sledge on the way since he's before I get to the room again,
Hmm.
and I'll tell him I went up to the door that we haven't been through yet. There's some kind of magical source inside there.
Good lad. Just give him a little tap on the shoulder.
And then I'll head in the room and tell everybody else also.
All right. So Desto enters the room and lets you know that there is magic on the other side of the door at the other end of the pathway that you guys did not explore.
Desto, do you want to keep exploring, or would you rather leave?
I'm gonna kind of just scan the room, like everybody's faces, and I'm gonna look back and what has everyone else decided?
Right now, the vote is split 2-2.
Bobby Joe just really doesn't want to be in a cave anymore. It has nothing to do with the exploring. She just wants to get out of the cave.
That's fair.
That's fair, in character response.
Hold on. Sorry. So I'll just look around and I'm gonna try to decide what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna reach in my pocket and pull out a gold, and I'm gonna hold it in my hand and just be like, "Why don't we flip on it?"
We wanted to make this a democracy decision and do what you want. And right now, it's tied 2-2. So
Rock, paper, scissors.
if you feel one way over the other, I would like you to at least answer honestly. If none of us had an opinion, I would let it be up to the chance of a coin flip.
I'm interested what's ahead.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
But it's very dark down here. And
Oh my god.
Buck heads over to the hookah and starts trying to light it.
I'm just like still standing there, like scratching my fur on my head,
Buck, you
feathers on my
find
head.
that the hookah lights very easily. It seems like it's still been in frequent use. Um, so it lights almost immediately as soon as you begin attempting.
Perfect.
Are we about to get high and just fucking vibe in this dead guy's room right now?
Just
So I'm going to like keep scratching the feathers on my head, and I'm gonna turn around away from the party, and I'm gonna like flip the coin in my hands, try to like make sure nobody sees it, and then I'm gonna turn back around and be like, "Okay, we'll go ahead."
Can Bobby Joe be annoyed and be like, all right, let's fucking go and just walk out the door? Because I just
Yeah.
want to get it over with.
There you go.
You are followed very closely by Seymour, who reluctantly, but in honesty with his word, says, "Hey, it's a group decision. We will continue forward."
Buck mid pull sees everybody starting to leave, finishes his pull very quickly, and then Safe puts out the fire or puts out the thing and heads back out.
All right.
Taps the
Do I need to make any kind of saves or checks or anything, Tyler?
No, you just this is more flavor than anything else. It's like a vape pen, basically. So you just get like
Minus
a
the
nice
carcinogens.
right, exactly. So you just get a nice sort of cotton candy flavor, and
Hell yeah.
then walk out. I will just put it generally to the group, even though in various sentences different people have sounded like they're leading. So I'll just throw it out there generally. Would you like to go to the doorway that Desto already investigated? Would you like to go back the way that you came? Excuse me. In which case, we won't narrate you guys going back through as you're like doubling back over puzzles that you've already solved. So we'll just kind of make the assumption that those areas are quote unquote clear now. If you would like to go back to the original junction and explore from there, up to you.
I say start with the new door. Start with
Yeah.
this door first. Clean it
Cool.
out. We'll go full Skyrim mode right now and just clear out this wing. Go to the next wing. Clear out that wing. Go to the next one.
I can go in with my gun out. Hell clear.
Okay. If that's the case, let me make sure I'm looking at the right stuff. Cool. Who's pushing open the door first?
Are you going with guns ablaze in there, Seymour, or because it kind of cut out, or do we
I
want
said that we would go that direction.
I'll
Who's
push
in
the
front?
door open.
Or,
Is Desto in front? Or am I allowed to still keep traipsing along annoyed?
let
at
Bobby
this
go?
point, as you traipsed along, Desto probably would have caught up to you to be in the front.
Can I go full Megan and just kick the door in?
Yes.
Oh yeah!
I love it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to ask if anything else is happening. I love this so much. Such a great callback. Cool. So, Bobby Joe, you kick the door in and are the first to see this room. You see water flowing through this room, and not only flowing, but floating. A floating stream passes through this room, entering a hole in the western wall 2 feet off the floor. The stream is seemingly suspended in midair, flows out another hole in the northeastern corner. The water is about 3 feet deep. You can see a few cavefish being carried along by the current as I reveal the room.
Now, when you say floating, do you mean above our heads or just hovering above the ground?
Just hovering above the ground. It's about 2 feet off the ground. Yeah, 2 feet off of the ground. It is a 3 foot like cylinder of water, kind of the think East Australian current here. You've got 3 feet of water that's just sort of flowing through this room. On either side of the door are 3 kayaks for a total of 6, each able to carry 2 riders, but there are no paddles.
Up a creek without a paddle sounds like a bad idea.
I want to walk up to the stream and try to catch one of the fish out.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
The whole river crashes.
I hope there's a current and it just takes him.
Don't wish for things you don't really want. Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
actually going to use one of my recalls because I rolled like shit.
Okay.
Use a recall on trying to catch a fish right now.
And then I rolled a nat 1, dude. So it was actually a 13.
Okay, 13. You
because I rolled the 2.
Dart your hand in. You miss the fish. You feel water splash into your face as you interrupted the flow of this stream. And then as you pull your hand out, the water sort of begins to, not the water that's on you, but the water that had been obstructed begins to return to its rightful place in this floating stream.
When the water hits me, I'm gonna like back up and just like, ah! And I'm gonna like ruffle my feathers all up. So I'm just standing there with like puffy wet feathers now.
Perfect.
I wish we could turn this whole campaign into an animation.
If one of us wins the lottery, definitely.
Yes.
For sure.
It draws tomorrow.
All right, so we've got an entire party standing in a room with kayaks and a floating stream.
Which way is it flowing?
It is flowing, so on the map, it is flowing right to left.
Okay.
And that's everything that's in this room, correct?
Correct.
And then how fast did you say that the water was moving?
I believe it's at a brisk pace.
Okay.
How high is it up off the ground?
It is
2 feet.
brisk current. 2 feet off the ground. The stream itself is about 3 feet in height.
Well, we said we were gonna try to explore. I see only one way to go. Buck, can you give me a lift?
Do you know what happens when you go fucking caves get smaller? You're not supposed to
in the water?
So you're just like
I'll
you
go.
want to just go ride the current
Ride
instead
the
of I don't
current?
know, exploring the 2 other paths that we had with multiple facets. You want to just
We're about to hop
take
in
the
without a
current.
kayak, like
We already picked a route. There's no point in second guessing ourselves. Trust me, old dwarven proverb. You just pick one route and go. See where it takes you.
no. Just let him go. Let him die. Sometimes you just have to let stupid be stupid.
I'm not stupid.
But
I'm
very
gonna-
quickly before, looking at either end of where the water is coming from, is there like way to see where it comes, or is it just like going like literally like just perfectly circular hole in the wall and then out through another circle?
It is a pretty as circular as something that you do feel like investigating it a little further. Again, we're not going to get bogged down on rules. Investigating it a little bit further,
Sure.
It does appear as though it's like a natural. It naturally has hewn a bigger circle. I believe that's the correct use of that word.
Yes, it is.
Has created a bigger circle in the wall. Whether or not this stream is naturally occurring, I don't know, man. It's magic, so. But as far as what you can see on either end, you can see the light doesn't seem to fade as much going to the west, going to the left. it appears much darker in the hole from which the stream originates.
Can I try my best to just put my hand on Bobby Joe's shoulder and do my best to convince her, aye, lads, this is a currents take the source of water away outside the mountain. 9 times out of 10.
I don't want to be the 1 out of 10.
Well, just trust me on this. I got a good feeling.
I'm gonna jump and hop in one of the kayaks and be like, "All right, Sludge, come on."
Can they hold more than one?
Each
Yeah,
kayak
two,
can
he
hold 2 riders.
Unless you're Buck, probably.
I can see you brought your water wings. Let's go there, Desto.
All right, so are you guys? You're picking up the kayak, and how is this? How is this working?
I will have the record show I am assisting in no way whatsoever.
I'm gonna look at Buck. I'm gonna look at Buck from inside the kayak, and I'm so small that I'm just like barely like peeking over it. It's like, come on.
I will. I'll just lift them up.
When he's picking us up. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say before I look at both of them and say, "Is this really what you want?"
I'm gonna turn and look at Bobby Joe, and I'm gonna be like, "If we're the 1 out of 10, thank you."
My child has ADHD. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That was a cool moment, though. Desto thanking you for everything, if it so happens that this is an ill-fated idea. And with that, Buck places the kayak into the stream. You see the kayak launch down the portal, or down the stream, excuse me, and disappear out of sight. Before I describe what's in the next room, I'm going to ask if the party that remains is following after them or is waiting here in this room.
I think Seymour would wait.
Okay.
And he would give it a few minutes, and then he would call on his sending stone to one of the other members and ask if they made it through okay.
Buck is getting a kayak ready though, in case like some really horrible shit goes down, but is like, ready to just immediately, like when you're sitting and then like you into the current, if that makes sense.
So yeah, you've got your kayak ready. You've got it over your shoulder, and whenever you feel like the moment's there, you're ready to hop in.
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby Joe.
So, 2 per kayak. Which
per
one of us is going alone?
Buck is.
Okay.
Buck counts as 2 people in most human situations.
Okay, that's fair.
That.
So I don't have to ride alone.
But they can squeeze tight splits.
You don't have to ride alone, but you can if you want to, as there are 6 kayaks and now 5 kayaks left in the room and only 3 of you.
I don't want to ride alone.
I assume that we would be riding together. And
Okay.
I'll have the drift globe with us if we decide to go down there as well. That would give us both light so that we can see, since we both need it.
Okay. So to confirm.
Well,
go ahead. Kayla, you got something?
I was just going to say, I'm not about to walk back and walk out of this cave by myself, so I guess I have no choice.
Cool. So...
Well, I am in no rush to do it, so Buck's got like one at the ready.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like leaning up against the wall, waiting to hear what happens, talking with Bobby Joe. with the expectation that we perfectly, the two of us and possibly Buck, could just walk right out the front and be like, "All right, guys, we'll meet you at the entrance."
Okay.
You would leave them? You don't want to go with them? I thought we were all going together.
I agreed to exploring this place. I don't know if I agreed to riding a magical river with kayaks and no paddles.
It sounds like the creepy scene from Willy Wonka Factory.
The
Hmm.
creepy boat scene
Yeah.
traumatized
Oh.
everybody.
Yes. I
Yeah.
hate that movie.
No, Violet, you're turning violet.
All right. Well, now that we've established what the party in this room is doing, let's explain what happens in the next room. So, Desto and Sledge, you enter the kayak, you get picked up by Buck, you get entered into the rushing stream, and you are shot off. You go through this tunnel, you round the corner to your right, and see light. And as you see the light and come into the light, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, great.
Damn it, we need Buck.
We're going to just fall off of a fucking waterfall.
Ooh, is enough time still there? Do I still have bardic inspiration?
Ooh.
I believe you do. No?
No, unfortunately, he doesn't because we took a short rest.
That's right.
It
Oh.
only lasts for 10 minutes.
Damn it.
That's right. Sorry.
Use it or lose it.
I lost it.
All right. So strength checks or strength saves for both of you.
Right.
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
I have a 15.
Awesome. So you guys come into the light. You feel a net drop over you, and immediately as something comes onto your body, begin throwing it, and you roll out of the kayak, roll off out of the water, flailing, and are able to release yourself from the net. Kayak shoots down the stream. As you see, if I can do this correctly. Here we go. That's not what I wanted. Shit. You see in this room stands 8 ogres. And a hobgoblin.
This is that moment, Taz.
Oh, fuck.
Why would y'all do this?
Oh my
There
god.
we go. Roll initiative, you two.
Give me a second.
And I believe that should be
Jesus
showing
Christ.
the room that you have entered.
Do either of us have time to get on the sending stone?
You are rolling initiative right now.
To use the sending stone as an action.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Let's see.
Love it. Love it. Let's go. All right.
2 seconds as I fix the music.
Should have just fucking bounced when we had the chance, but no.
This break is brought to you by Blue Note Unfiltered Whiskey. When you want a whiskey that's 121 proof, go to Blue
Jeez.
Note.
Jeez, guy.
Made from award-winning Memphis water, with which they are in a lawsuit with Arkansas about.
Feels like a valuable use of our tax dollars.
Yeah. Can you?
It's over who has the rights to this spring where Memphis gets its water from.
What a wild thing to have to debate. You can only get walked to a certain place or who has it.
Mm-hmm. All right, and I am rolling initiative.
Give people water.
Okay. God, you're lucky. All right, Sledge, what was your initiative roll?
A great natural 1.
Okay.
It just keeps getting better, guys.
Desto, what was your initiative roll?
15.
15. All right. All right, so we got.
Where are we at in there, Tyler?
Yeah, let me fix that real quick for you guys. So I'm actually gonna have these move back. There's 1, 2. Yeah, you're exactly where you put yourself is kind of where you're at.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move this guy back here, and that's about. There we go. And then Sledge, you'll be right beneath him, and that will be the layout of things as we jump into it. Desto, you will be the first to act.
Okay. I'm assuming all of them see us since we rolled initiative.
Yes, and as you're kind of like rolling out of the thing that pulled you out of the stream, you see that these ogres had been casting nets into the stream. You see like fish piled in the corner, and they had pulled you out and have immediately like started drawing weapons.
Okay.
So it's fair to say, like, it wasn't like they were just fishing, right? They weren't necessarily like setting a trap trying to kill us. Are we able to tell that or no? Like, do they look surprised that we were there?
They look a little bit surprised, but you can kind of, as the water's coming out of your ears, hear the hobgoblin screaming like, "Fucking get him!" As he's like the hobgoblin is clearly the brains here, and he's the one that is immediately seized on like the opportunity that's here. So that is the situation. Desto, you are the first to act.
Okay. I'm going to get on the sending stone and alert everyone else. Like, we're under attack. Lots of enemies.
All right, so you're using your action for that.
Yes. And
Okay.
then I am going to. Is there anywhere around it looks like I could try to hide, or probably not? Yeah. So
Maybe
kinda
underneath a pile of fish, but I think the amount of people that have seen you and the lack of things to hide behind it'd be a very difficult stealth check. Did we lose?
One and done on the song. It didn't repeat.
The hell?
So, and Sledge is right next to me, I'm assuming, yeah?
Sledge is right next to you, correct.
Okay. I will... Damn it. If I take the dodge is an action, correct?
I believe that falls under your ability to do bonus actions.
I don't think it does.
No, I think dodge is an action.
No, well, it's just dash, disengage, or hide.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will...
Monks can dodge the bonus action.
Okay.
I'll just go ahead and disengage and come to this corner right here.
Okay.
Just right there.
Understood. All right.
My turn.
That'll be your turn. Yeah, you brush under the stream that is flowing through here and floating through here as well. Next up, ironically enough, is the kayak, which just zips and whips around the corner, further down the stream, and out of sight for you guys. Then is the hobgoblin, who is yelling, "Get them!" And this is fun. Oh boy. What am I going to do? So while I'm doing this, now that Deso is called out to you guys, the people in the room, go ahead and roll initiative. We're going to add you guys in during the next round, but this is basically going to count as one long surprise round. Here we go.
Can I ask a quick question, DM? Just
yeah, absolutely.
I was putting the kids to bed and I think I missed it, but why did they fall out of the kayak? Was it just because of the net?
The net that like pulled them was beginning to pull them out, and they were able to like push the net off, but not stop the fact that they were being pulled out of the stream.
Okay. Because we probably could have just floated on by.
Wouldn't that have been great?
That would have been nice.
I lost my phone.
Okay, yeah, I think the hobgoblin is just going to start throwing javelins at Sledge. Does a 21 hit?
It does not.
A 21 also does not hit, again. And a 15 hits. So I'm going to say that Sledge, you see 2 javelins coming at you. You're able to get your shield up very quickly and bounce 2 of them off. The third one just whizzes over your head as the hobgoblin warlord's just like, fuck! Fucking shit, bro! Alright! And then it is on to Sledge's turn.
Alright.
The ogres also rolled a nat 1 on their initiative.
Yay!
Yes!
Lucky.
That means I don't go
right.
till next round, right?
John, be with me. I want to look. I want to get, knowing that we are outnumbered and I need to buy time. Can I look at the hobgoblin and just yell out, "Oi, what kind of welcoming is this? We were sent by Quiznov himself to come inspect these tunnels. And I gotta say, these are really shoddy quality."
Alright, so you're going to make a deception roll.
Ooh, he's ugly.
I'm going to say do so with advantage. I like the creativity here, AJ.
Yeah!
Sledge is smart.
I got a 17.
What are you talking about? Why would Quesnev inspect the tunnels? All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. Stand down. We got to figure this out real quick. Hold on. What?
Yeah, he sent me in here personally. Here's my card, Grimfrost official. Yeah, I gotta say, I am not impressed with this lair at all. Look at these shoddy walls. This could be crumbling. That's a safety concern.
And you, of all people,
Are we still going in initiative turn, or able to do something?
I'm gonna go ahead and get initiative from these guys. So, Buck, what is your initiative order?
8.
8. Okay. I like the commitment to none of you rolling high. No, I'm just kidding. I got Desto. Seymour?
15.
Another 15. Okay. Bobby Joe?
I rolled my regular dice, so I gotta add 5. I got 19.
Hell yeah.
19 for Bobby Joe. All right. So at this point, the ogres have fully standed down. They're just like, And Bobby Joe, you heard the cry or the message from Desto. How would you like to respond?
Uh, I feel like I would hop in the kayak and be like, all right, let's go. Because we're not in the kayak yet already, I'm assuming.
Correct. You guys were not. All right, so you're hopping in the kayak, ready to go.
And I have my guns out and ready, like,
Yeah,
just because they said they needed help.
absolutely.
Um,
Okay, and then it would move to, I believe, Desto again. So Desto,
So
yeah.
I am going to use my mimicry, and I want to make the sound come from like the backside of the current from the tunnel we came in.
Okay.
And I want to mimic Kuznetsov's voice, and I want to send it like a loud boom coming down the corridor, like Kuznetsov sent party of travelers to inspect tunnel. You will let them go in peace.
Tricky.
Okay. Go ahead, and I'm gonna say this is a performance check. Performance or deception, whichever you would prefer.
Definitely deception.
Okay.
A dirty 20.
Yeah, you with a dirty 20 even remember to like stick your beak a little closer to the stream to get that like sort of coming through the water effect on your voice. As the goblin and the ogres in this room here. Kuznetsov sent travelers to Xmit tunnel. Let them pass. Oh, And you just see the hobgoblin warlord thinking. It's still a toll to pass through here, though.
We allowed to talk?
100 gold, and I'll let you pass. No obstructions.
Are we allowed to talk out of order, or do we have to wait?
No, at this point, you guys are allowed. The two of you are allowed to talk. I would also like you both to make a perception check.
I'm gonna look over the sledge and just like this from the corner, just like shaking my head now.
I got a 14, and I am going to. First of all, not to metagame Desto, I don't have 100 gold on me, but I'm just gonna 100 gold to do our jobs, to come down and make sure you're safe and these walls don't come on it. I don't agree with it, but let me get the rest of my safety team. Desto, get on that that rock. Bring in the rest so we can make sure we pass and get our funds for this toll.
I rolled a natural 20, of course, because why not? On a perception check.
And Tyler, while you're contemplating what to do, while I'm talking, can I be moving up towards the hobgoblin?
Yeah, well, you had put out your card, right? So the hobgoblin had approached you at this point. So I'm going to actually move him closer to you. I apologize for not doing that sooner. Because he has definitely gotten closer to you as he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. I'll put him down here. And all the ogres are just kind of like standing back. You're kind of engaged with in conversation with this guy. You can see that he's like got some decent armor on him and decent weaponry. He's definitely in like kind of a a more well-off state than these ogres are for certain. Desto, as you're sort of scanning the room at this point, you see that it looks as though there is a hand being used as this hobgoblin's chair in the corner. And as you look closer at the hand, it looks as though it is a gleaming gauntlet that has been repurposed. And even from this distance, you can tell that that gauntlet is magical. Now at this point, it is Seymour's turn. And because that you guys have done enough persuasion and deception, I'm going to just go ahead and roll through that if the party in the adjoining room would like to, you can all three jump in kayaks, hop through, and the ogres will very gently pull you out of your kayaks as you rush through the room. Does that sound fine to everybody?
Sure.
All right, you do so. You are plucked. And this hobgoblin and the ogre group see a bugbear, a human gunslinger with weapons drawn, and an elven bard placed.
Can I say something to the group as they are coming down, just so like Bobby Joe isn't coming in just pew 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 pew.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say, here's my team now. Seymour, you're the emergency funds guy. We got a toll apparently to go through this place and continue our inspection.
I think it is fair to ask Seymour to roll an insight check here. As we're doing this, the hobgoblin's like kind of over your shoulder, Sledge, just like, well, I mean, it just seems fair because we didn't get proper notice or anything. Like, he's now trying to play into the bit.
I got an 8.
He said something about emergency fund. Other than that, you're not sure what's going on. But you are popped out and know that it immediately insight for all of you that this is not an aggressive situation anymore. It appears that by some miracle, Sledge has not necessarily diffused it, but at least is avoiding combat at the moment.
It's quelled the situation slightly. Only really getting the emergency fund situation and something about a fee, I would get up, be like, Sledge, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I told you before and I'll tell you again, I'm not paying for your shit like this. What the hell's going on?
Oh, it's come full circle. I fucking love it.
What? That
Tyler,
doesn't sound
sending
good.
you a message.
That doesn't sound like teamwork. What's going on here?
We just butt heads a lot. It's just he did something with my sister. I'm just not. There's button heads.
He did something with your sister?
It sounds like butting heads with the sister. Am I right? Huh? Oh wait, that's your sister. I shouldn't play into this. I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't touch anybody in your family unless I was contractually obligated to. Sledge, I don't know what you're getting at here.
Well, we're contractually obligated to inspect these walls, Seymour.
You gotta roll insight again, buddy. I'm sorry.
I think this is fair because I'm like I'm not sure how quickly I would be able to break the whole piece. All right.
Especially
He's
given the
blinded.
mood that you're walking into this with.
He's blinded by the hatred. I love it.
Okay. This is 22.
All right. You're picking up that Sledge is doing something here, and whatever he's talking about this maybe stone inspection thing, this is what's playing, with the group in this room. This is why there is not a fight, as he apparently has passed himself off as some sort of safety inspector for a cave.
You mean to tell me that I have to pay to do my job right now? Is that what you're telling me right now, Sledge? Because that is not how this works. Who's trying to charge us money to do our job? In fact, we were hired to do this.
Oh, you
Why
done
am I
it.
going to pay money to do my damn job?
Well, it's just because well, like we just we would have prepared if we had known that there was an inspection and like it's
Inspections
just
are supposed to be surprises. That's the whole piece.
you know what?
You're
Fair point.
In Goblin, I'd like to talk to this hobgoblin and just be like, brother, I'm sorry. Brother, I'm sorry. Like, we're only doing our jobs. So you got to understand. Just help us out. Help us help you.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Well, all right, everybody stand down. Everybody stand down. And they all step back to the side. The room
all
is
right.
yours.
So,
We have to do
Sledge.
this inspection now. Can I like confusedly put my guns in my pocket or in my holsters?
Yep, absolutely.
Sledge, am I taking the lead on this, or are you?
I just inspect the walls, brother. You come and deal with the negotiations.
All right. This is how it'll go. I need Desto. You're going to search around, find me anything that looks like it could be a trap associated with this room. And I turn to the hobgoblin. If you can tell us where they're at so we don't trigger them, we just need to make sure that they don't go off on us.
There's no traps in here. No, that's a different thing. This is why we're in here. It's just like we fish the cave fish. It's a nice life. Don't go outside. I gotta
Sledge,
keep my
Bobby,
boys
Joe.
fed, but I can't take them anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get back to you and your boys. Sledge, Bobby Joe, get a hammer, carve out 2 separate pieces of small block, nothing more than 1 inch by 1 inch. We just need to inspect it to make sure that it's still up to quality.
I gotta make sure it's not eroding. This cave needs to stand up to status quo.
Buck, I need you to check the close and far side of the stream on the entrance to this room to make sure that there are no spikes, poisons, or cracks in the wall. All right, now, Mr. Hobgoblin, sir, do you have a name?
Gilbert.
Well, Mr. Gilbert, my name is Seymour Vinesthorn. We're part of the OSTA, Operational Safety of Dungeon Administration, and
Oh,
We're with the Union.
we're partnered with the Grimfrost, who is our dwarven aid through the walls, and we were sent here to check this out. Now, how many occupants do you have residing in this room?
how do you? Do we have to worry about a code? Are we? I didn't even know Quesnov signed us up for this. Were we supposed to get any paperwork from him? Because if we were, I didn't, and I don't know that we're legally like bound to anything if I didn't get the notice, right? Right.
So here's the thing: if dungeons are set up in the last 50 years and they want to be insured, so that if some ventures were to come in, take over, and kill and destroy everybody, obviously you guys are all hired as a hierarchy of things.
Right, but this
Someone's
dungeon's
got you
more
here
than
for a
this
reason.
is like 2,050 years old or something.
Now the cave is, but have you been here for 2,000 years?
Right? I mean, 2,000 give or take, yeah.
Okay, this is.
Or
most
excuse me,
recent.
no, let me correct myself, Taz. 4,000 and some odd years.
Gotcha. So you guys have been here for 4,000 odd years, but you're only now bringing this up to the attention of the agency.
Well, I didn't do anything. This is quite. I don't know what he was thinking.
Mr. Gilbert, obviously, I'm taking my stresses out on you. This is not on you.
I,
Once again,
where is
for
Questo? Can we talk to him? Is that like, can we get him involved with this? Because I feel like if you're gonna, these are questions for him, right?
we have an administration team going over a lot of the paperwork with him. So if you don't want to get stuck with the paperwork, I totally understand.
Oh.
What I would like you to do
Uh-huh.
is I can see that there are you and your boys in this room. How many occupants tend to stay in this room on a given day?
Just us, so just 9.
So 9 individuals. Got it. Now, you sleep, eat, and defecate all in the same area. Is that correct?
Well, the stream takes care of the third thing you said, but yeah, the other 2.
You don't fit.
We all just kind of like face the ass to the stream, and it just goes away.
Oh, all right.
Cleans it too. You ever been on a bidet? It's kind of like that.
Oh, I 100% see the resourcefulness of rushing water when it comes to the defecating situation. But Buck put down in the notes that we're gonna need to check out the plumbing situation at the end of all this. And
Buck pulls out his little tiny glasses and just begins, and just kind of leans in and is like, "You all like not again in Goblin like, hey buddy, like I'm really sorry, but you all like not ever leave this room."
Food's taken care of. Lodging's taken care of. I can't go out in public with these guys, much less really myself. I don't know if you know. I don't even like. Good for you, man. Like rising up and like. I don't know how you do. You not like feel yourself like filled with like a bloodlust or like a nasty streak and like wanting to steal things. Like I feel like you've just conquered so much in order to get here. Like people out there, they don't like us, right? They don't really. They always fight us.
It's surprising, and then I kind of like gesture like, I mean, we all know that like we could just take these yahoos at any given point.
No, we can't. That's the fun. We are like the little fleas in the universe that just sort of pick and annoy everybody. But in order to really do anything, I mean, you got to partner up with dragons. You got to partner up with giants. You got to partner up with something bigger. You know?
See, which is why I'm partnered with the greatest evil of all, capitalism.
Oh my god.
While he's discussing that, I'll turn aside and be like,
He's
Desto,
just
while
trying
you're
to throw out some word salad and confuse the poor goblin.
I'll turn, as he's doing the word salad there, I'll turn to Desto and be like, Desto, have you found any magical artifacts in the room? Anything that needs to be lodged for insurance reasons?
I'm going to put on my night goggles, my goggles of night, and like I'm looking around, inspecting the area. I'm just like, like no magical items found. Seems clear.
And
You
The one thing he described to
yeah,
you.
no, real quick. You can see that like Seymour, as you ask that question, Gilbert like blanches a little bit, and it's just like no magic items. He does not look behind him, but you have the ability to look behind him and see that that is gone.
Okay. Did I see it when I first came in and now it's gone, or would I have not seen that?
I don't believe you. I don't think you did actually.
It's fair to say that I wouldn't have, because I went straight into the conversational piece of it, and he wasn't sitting next to it. Like,
right.
I just wanted to make sure.
No, I appreciate that clarification because I almost forgot that as well. But I believe Jimmy is the only one that actually saw it, or Desto, excuse me.
So at this point, I'm going to bring a sample of rock to Seymour.
Sure.
Seymour, I got the sample. Doesn't look good, brother. And I'm going to hand it to him. And while he's
I'll make
are you
some
gonna-
notes of this. Let me bounce this back. I'll make some. I'll make some notes of this,
Mhm.
and I will log it up in our container kits and stuff. Sledge, if
oh,
you don't mind talking a little HR with him, just to make sure that
yeah,
HR.
we
Do I have to
we've been
offer
at
health
hostility.
care?
I'll talk to him real quick. I don't think it's
Healthcare is an option for you. Always an option,
Wait, for
especially in a
me
dangerous
too?
dungeon. For everybody in this dungeon.
Oh,
That's why
wow.
we're here.
Okay.
I want to
And
whisper.
I'll walk away, go to my bag, and pretend like I'm like logging the sample.
What the fuck is happening here, friends? What is going on?
I love it. I love it so much.
I want to in Goblin
Uh-huh.
now talk to the Hobgoblin and be like, all right, this is strictly off the record. How is he treating you? Do you
Who?
guys have to get your own food? Does he supply you food?
They're
Quesnep?
fishing for their food.
Are you treated equally?
Quesnep gives us like a little bit of rice here and there to go. I mean, if it was just fish, it would get like a little old. But we can like do the rice, and every now and then we get like some seasoning. But that's mostly just us mining for cave salt, or um, Quesnep will find something every now and then. He'll like give us a little bit extra of the hoka that we can kind of just like drizzle over it and have like cotton candy fish. But
Any
other
any
than that,
complaints? Any
no.
improvements that you could have?
Uh, he like looks at you, sussing out of like whether or not he should be just very content with his existence, or if this is a moment for him to like seize upon luxury. Um, I mean, well, I guess. Uh, and then he like reaches out very cautiously for a second, hands getting a little closer to you, and then just sort of grabs you by the lapels, and he's like, "I'm fucking tired of fish. I gotta get something else, man. A chicken. Give me a goat. Give me something. It's fucking fish scales and fish sticks and toasted fish and roasted fish and seared fish all over rice and just seasoned rice.
I cannot stand fish.
Goblins weren't meant to be pescatarian." And he's like, "I'm sorry, goblins aren't meant to
No,
be pescatarian."
like I said, this is all off the record. Now, we can get you. You deserve what you deserve. And you deserve goat, mutton, the good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, you gotta be very upfront and honest with me, though. Is there anything around here that's fishy? And I gave him a wink.
I
Anything
mean,
that you should tell us that so it doesn't come back to bite you in the ass.
I don't think so. I mean, you guys have talked to Quesnep about everything, right? He's kind of giving you the layout of things, or I mean,
He's upper management. You know how they are. They just give us vague things. They don't tell us the details. They're not the backbone of the industry like you are.
so
I
are
was
you?
gonna say the second greatest evil is bureaucracy.
I You've gotten very well educated. Did you go to school?
My grandmother.
Hard knock life.
If I can interrupt on something I would like to start doing in the background now,
Sure, real quick.
I would like to start walking over to each of the team members individually that's not Sledge and start being like, all right, we're going to try to just hop in these things and go at some point and get them to almost forget about the fee
Mm-hmm.
and just make it like, we're here to help you. And we're just going to try to be like, all right, on to the next stop. Room 13B1 is accounted for. We've got Gilbert and the boys. Trust me, it'll be worth more than gold. You'll get some good stuff coming your way. We'll make sure you're safe. But we're just going to try to skedaddle out after.
Cool. So you were
And
Nice.
slowly explain that to each one of them in the
Yeah.
background of this conversation.
Yeah,
Can
what's up,
I
Caleb?
nudge Seymour and just be like, I don't know if you overheard that, but they don't seem very happy. Should we just take them with us?
I think that unfortunately trying to take them out of the dungeon would not go well, but they do have a healthy supply of food and they're in no rush to leave. So they have what they need to survive here. That's all we can ask.
And with
Do
that, we're
we
gonna.
have anything? Can we give them a chicken? Do we have anything that we can give them that's not fish?
Hello?
Give them a chicken. I will say that it is.
As long as you don't give them me.
You
Yeah, you can.
you do not have chicken on you. You can have rations that are like appropriate for a long journey. But at this point, we will. I'll let you guys figure that out off screen for a second as I jump back to the conversation with Sledge, in which he's like, I mean, are we the first guys that you hit? This feels like very. I feel like we would have heard about this if you didn't go. Quasnef really didn't tell anybody, I guess.
No, it's the point of a surprise inspection.
Okay, right.
We
right.
barely gave him a heads up.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I won't tell you. Lips are sealed. But no, I nothing that we're responsible for. This is our room. We stay in it. We live our lives, and we're good.
I'm gonna be standing like in this corner up here, looking up at the gap where the current goes through and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna call over to Sledge with the night goggles still on. I'm like, "Hey, Sledge, there's some fissures and stuff up there. Looks like the rock's starting to break down pretty heavily. We might want to go check it out."
I mean, it shouldn't be breaking down. We should be up to code. We haven't mined anything down there, and this stream just sort of. I mean, there's like inlets and droppings, like water falls into the stream, but it's sort of just.
Sir,
I just
sir,
put
we'll
my
be
hand
the
on it.
judge of that.
Oh, okay.
We'll be the judge of
And-
it, okay?
I pull out of my bag like just this bundle of beef jerky and just give it to him, and I just say like, "We don't blame you. It's the higher ups. We'll be out of your hair in just a minute. I promise."
He launches his body at the bundle of beef jerky and hugs it so tightly. And you see that as he looks up at you, Buck, his eye, not even glistening, he is full on weeping as he's just like, "Thank you, brother."
I
I'm just picturing this right now. And I'm like, oh my god.
And I'll just look at him and just, "You don't have to cry. I'll cry for you."
This might be the most fun I've ever had. Ugh, I got tears in my eyes.
Oh, Gilbert, nothing else you want to say? You're just gonna enjoy this yourself. Trust me. We hit the Sphinx in the beginning of this, and he had a lot of complaints that will stay between our company and him. You sure there's nothing
The
else?
Sphinx? No, I mean, did the golem say anything? Did what about the gargoyle?
Well, we didn't get exactly great directions from Quiznov. Go figure. He doesn't have this mapped out perfectly. That's part of what we're actually trying to do is get an accurate map. In fact, where exactly is this taking us to?
Oh, hell no.
All right, so all right, he's right. Okay. All right, so the stream's just gonna loop back around. You'll just end up back in the kayak room, and that's where that ends. If you go back to about where the Sphinx was, and you take the center path, there's like a couple hallways, and then there's the giant lake underground. So that might be the next step to check if that's what you're worried about inspecting. There's something down the right path where no one talks about what's in one of the rooms, and then the other room to the north. Or excuse me, no. There's the right turn. There's the right turn, and there's a bunch of like glass balls on the ceiling. And then there's if you take the left, and there's a right, and then another right. You're not supposed to go there.
Glass balls on the ceiling. What is keeping them up?
I like hanging from chains.
Hmm.
You've mentioned a couple things that people aren't allowed to talk about. Now, I understand that there
I'm
is a
sorry,
certain
I'm
level
just
of
trying to help you out. I didn't mean to speak out of turn or anything.
No, I understand that there are secrets in a dungeon that wish to be remained secret. Those can be secret to adventurers. Those cannot be secret to safety compliance officers. I need you to tell me what you know about those rooms.
Man, we're pushing
Yep.
You,
it.
Here,
Seymour.
you know what? I Does he have like a cup or anything around for like water that he drinks out of?
Sure, he's carrying like a flask. Yeah.
I would like to take like a little cup, grab some of the water, and I will, using prestidigitation, heat it up and flavor it so that it tastes like chicken broth.
Oh.
Warm chicken broth. And I will
Oh.
sit him down and I'll go, I'm sorry if I'm coming off as a little rough. This is the most I can do for you right now. But it seems like Quiznef is doing the bare minimum around here to get by. And we're just here to do a job. We were hired in to make sure that all monsters and creatures alike are taken care of. As you can see, we are a monster inclusive environment for our company, and we just want to make sure that everybody's safety and well keeping is good. Obviously, the secrets in the dungeon, you guys are like a close knit brotherhood down here. Everybody talks, everybody's around each other. We just want to make sure everything's accounted for so that if and when adventures come, your company, the people who hired you, and the magic that is brought around this place are all reimbursed properly by going through this association.
Okay. Well, the nice thing is that nice for you, not so nice for us. But the nice thing is that most of the creatures in this dungeon are golems, or they can't really speak, so it's kind of hard to know if they seem fine. But so like there's the golems on the right pathway. They can't talk about anything. They just I've never seen them get any thinner. Um, and then gosh, the center pathway is just that's just dragon bones. I, the only person I would know you want to talk to the Dow, but the Dow doesn't come out of the room that we. I'm really afraid that I'm saying too much.
I give him like that really like strong reassurance. Trust me. Your information is safe with us. No harm will come to you by you telling us.
You'll have to talk to the Dow. That's the only. I really can't. I really appreciate everything, though. I really do.
I completely understand. I feel like we've gotten just about everything we need from this room. We'll walk you down as 13B, as in Bravo.
That's the
One.
numbers that you were given.
Yeah, this is the numbers we're creating.
Oh, you'll create. Okay, because we've been roomed.
We have our own creation system. If you have your room number, we can give you in our sub notes for that, but we have you as 13B1.
Okay, we were 24.
You were 24. Okay,
Mhm.
perfect.
I just whisper loudly enough for anybody who can understand Goblin. Bureaucracy.
The key word in that is rock.
Oh my
With that,
God.
I pick up my canoe or kayak, and it's like, alrighty.
Uh, Mr. Gilbert, if there's anything else in this room that we need to be notified of, uh, treasures, traps, magical seals, anything that you have that needs to be accounted for so that we can log it up to the overall value of this dungeon. And if anything gets stolen from you, it can get reimbursed, even if it's personal objects. Uh, if there's nothing else to report, we will be on our way,
Okay.
and we will make sure that through the pipeline, you guys are given some of those things that you deserve. We'll be looking at different kinds of food, seasonings to be here, and try to get you guys some more clothes and new uniforms. And
Oh,
obviously, it's a lot of, a lot of space to share with these big guys. So, you
that,
have something of your own here.
that could be nice. I really appreciate all this. Also, if you don't want to go through the stream, there's a here. I'll. Would you like to just walk out down the hallway? We'll just spit you back out before the room, or do you need
So
to take the kayaks?
well, it will bring us from the room that we just came from. Is that correct?
The
Or will it bring us to
stream
the
will.
next room down the street?
There's no other rooms down the stream. It'll just take you back to the room that you came from,
Okay.
and then the hallway will put you before even that room. Here, and he kind of like roughly explains as Tyler shows on the map the area that he explains and reveals there.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
We will. We will take the hallway out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to mess with.
Buck sadly lowers
of
back his
your-
kayak.
I'm gonna just hurriedly rush to the hallway
All
at
right.
a fast walking pace. And I'm gonna on the way. I'm gonna be like, we got a lot to do. A lot to do. A lot of stuff's gonna happen.
All right. Oh, thank you all so much, brother. And he like grabs Buck as you guys are filing out. Thank you.
And I'll grab him and just kind of give him like a hearty shake, like not like shaking him, but just like a and it's now don't eat all of that at once. It's going to make you real sick if you do. I mean it. One at a time.
At least there's the stream here to wash it away if I do, right? And he sort of like presses himself together a bit and winks.
I'll wink back and clap him on the shoulder, and it's again. And then in Goblin, I'll say one last thing, and I'll make sure to put in a good word for you. You're a good man and a good goblin.
Roll an insight check.
Legend just thinking about how they get rid of their poop and filth. And yeah, it's a circular stream. And he's just putting two and two together. And it's like, oh no, that's a violation.
21.
You see a flash of comfort before terror sets in. That's all right. I appreciate everything that you've done with Osta, but this is good.
Okay.
I would like to get the last word in the room, so I would kind of wait to see what everybody else does as we file our way out, because I just
Okay.
have one more little thing I want to do.
Uh-huh.
Anybody have anything else they want to do in the room before I do my piece?
I am.
Nope.
Sledge is just sweating and fucking happy that this happened for his friends to come.
Incredible. Yeah. All right. So as the party leaves, Seymour in the rear. Seymour says, or
So
Seymour.
I'll shuffle everybody out the room, and then I'll close the door behind me. I'll count to 3, and then I'll open the door back up. By the way, Mr. Gilbert, I forgot to ask you this.
Huh?
If there was a changing of positions, and wow, from what we met, Kuznets does not seem like a bad guy. But if there was a reason to have to pull him out of the situation, you obviously have leadership traits here, working with the 8 other individuals you have here. Would you be willing to take on extra roles and responsibilities within this dungeon?
Um, what roles? I could take care of the menagerie. I think I could handle that.
Uh,
But
you know what?
his other responsibility, no one's supposed to.
I I see what you're getting at. How about this? Let's make an accord right now that you will begin to take over menagerie details right now. Kuznets might be backed up with some paperwork, and as we continue to go to some of these other areas, you may hear back from us on other duties you might have to do. Is that okay?
Oh, okay, okay. Just full shell shocked. Like, whatever.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your time, Mr. Gilbert. Yep. And then I'll walk out.
All right.
And as we walk out the hallway, and I assume we'll make our way all the way back towards the through the trap room and all the way.
Yeah. All the way back to the main
Uh,
intersection.
Yep. I'll talk to Buck and be like, well, we don't have to worry about the menagerie of animals being let loose. Gilbert will take care of the animals in there.
This is good.
Now we have to figure out what he was so terrified of with the Dow, the golems, and the rooms with the glass balls. So
I mean, do we though?
Is
that's
he saying
another
this?
great question.
Is he saying
You
this?
guys are
so-
all together now.
I would have specifically targeted the beginning part of that at Buck, but said it loud enough that absolutely everybody could hear me.
I mean, let's ride this wave of luck. We're doing good now. We got to step up on the competition. We know what's ahead.
I just want to go first off and say, what the fuck was that?
That Taz or is that Steve Moore?
That was Seymour.
I say both, probably.
I'm gonna go up to Sledge and just like, well played.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to buy time until the muscle and the troops got in place for backup, and thanks for going with it there, Seymour. I really appreciated your help.
Well, I, for one, am incredibly shocked that you could even come up with an idea like that on the spot.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us there, lass.
Can I pat him on the head?
Free.
You pat him on the head.
In Goblin, I will say, I'm very proud of you, brother. Thinking.
Thank you. Now, let's try not to do something like that again, where we get caught with our britches down. I gotta say, I might need to change my plate mail after that.
That is a really good point. This is kind of the last straw for me in terms of people going off on their own and getting into a bunch of bullshit shenanigans. We cannot do this again. Either we send one person, probably Little Bird, to scout ahead and then come back, or we all go in as a group. This cannot happen again because, quite frankly, as much damage as I think I could have done to 4 of those ogres, I don't think there's any way that we could have taken on 8 of them plus a hobgoblin.
Definitely not with us rolling in there. Maybe all as one unit, but not us coming in waves like that.
Exactly. I mean, in any kind of staggered situation, that is horrible news.
Yeah.
So we
Agreed.
cannot be doing this again.
I feel
I
like that
care
comes
about you
just
all
down
too
to
much
a
for you to do this shit.
risk assessment of the situation of did we need to jump in there to do this, or could we have explored, seeing that there was a hallway around there?
We
Well, the
didn't know
hallway
that
was
there
hidden.
was a hallway. The hallway was secret.
And that relies on us being better about investigating the areas around us.
Sure.
True.
Technically, that's my fault. I just kicked open the door.
No, it's not your fault.
It is no one's fault in particular, and we were able to get out by the grace of someone. But
Bureaucracy. By the grace of bureaucracy.
bureaucracy and Gond, Buck just shudders. I'd not to know which of those things I hate more. But both of them saved us, so thank you. But so now that we know all of this information, there is a Tao. Does anyone know what that is? I mean, I know what that is. Buck doesn't know what that is.
Say it one more time because you came in, bro. What was it?
Dao. DAO. Dao.
AO. Would Sledge have
I-
any idea or no?
You would need to roll a history check, all of you.
If there's no way, Tyler, feel free to say like, nah, there's no fucking way that Sledge would know.
History check.
I'm not even gonna roll. I am making that. We're a simple.
Okay.
Yeah,
While everyone's trying to figure out what it is, I'm gonna walk up to Buck and I'm going to reach in my clothes and pull out the gauntlet and I'm gonna hand it to Buck. I'm gonna be like, I got this for you.
Oh, thank you. What? What?
I'm just gonna put my one of my fingers up to my beak. Just like
Thank you.
Did you do that so only the two of you heard it?
that's a
Dessa?
good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
I'm
I
following
would
your
have-
lead,
I would
so
have pulled him
that's
aside.
completely up to you.
Yeah.
In that case, can I have you do a? I think there's enough going on that I'm not gonna roll for this. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. So, in trying to figure out the different things going on, Buck, you see that he has handed you the silver the pair. There was one, and then kind of behind that one that was being used as the chair, or actually both were being used like that. We'll say these two gauntlets.
Any distinguishing markings on them were
Two ogre faces.
cool. I will stow them in my bag and just kind of nod and say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I did roll a history check on the Dow. I rolled a 17.
17. You remember hearing that a Tao is an elemental being, or remember reading about Tao being an elemental being. I will say, outside of that, your recollection's a bit fuzzy, but you know that it is in context or connection with elements.
Okay. I would then turn to the group and say, despite my better judgment and from what I know and what I said before, I remember a Tao being a creature of the elements, and seeing that we have a phoenix egg, and Gilbert also mentioning something along the lines of dragon bones in here. We have fought dragons now the elemental being and planes are in question, we may at least learn something from exploring more. If you guys would like to continue, you now have my full support during this. This is not just a democratic following with the group. I do believe that we do have value in here to find.
I agree. The elemental, do you think that has anything to do with, like you said, do you actually think it's fully connected with the Phoenix and potential?
I
Uh,
honestly don't know enough about a Dao to tell you if it's connected or not.
mm,
I just know that it is an elemental being. I would also go as far as saying that I don't think we're going to get as lucky with the Dao as we are with that hobgoblin and the ogres. That is probably going to be an actual difficult situation.
gotcha.
One that could very much be a life or death.
I agree. And with that, I just want to go. Do we have health potions?
You have whatever's in your inventory as a group.
We picked up a greater healing potion last time.
That was not divvied out to anybody.
No.
I would say in general, greater healing always goes to Buck.
Okay.
Our biggest health tank needs the most HP.
Yep. Yep. Well, I'm pretty low just from the thing, and I wanted to know if we had any. Not the mass one like that. Did we have any that were like for the overall group instead of specific people? If not, I'll waste another spell slot just because.
Did you? Oh, you didn't. You
He
didn't
didn't.
take a short rest.
I did not. I was
Mhm.
doing stuff.
I will. I will burn a first level spell slot of healing word on you as well.
I'm gonna do it to myself. So are you sure you can save it? I don't want you
Nope.
to feel like you're
I
gonna.
I will burn that on you because I can use my packed one for that,
Okay.
and I can get that back later. That one is a hey, I just got a spell slot back from a short rest. I can immediately burn it, and I've lost nothing. In fact, it's still a net gain.
Fuck yeah. Cool, dude. All right. That's.
Would you like to roll it, or would you want me to?
Oh, you go ahead. It's your spell. You go ahead.
All right. You get 8 health back.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
1d4
awesome.
plus 5, so it's at minimum 6 every time.
Hell
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude. Awesome, man.
All
Thank
right.
you very, very much.
So as the party makes their way back to the original junction point,
Taking away.
Making it work.
you know that the path leading directly north has been described as ending at a giant underground lake. You know that the pathway to the right can potentially lead to a room with glass orbs dangling from the ceiling. And also, if you were to go further, perhaps a room unspoken. Now that you are at this junction point, where are you going next?
I say straight ahead to the one with the lake at the bottom first.
Um, we're
I have no
discussing it.
reasoning. I have no reasoning as to
Yep.
why I specifically want to do that. That is just what I would be inclined to do.
Um, this is a very, very long shot, Tyler.
Hmm.
But I would like to use my plate armor ability, and can I just real quick focus my senses and see if I can magically sense a bronze dragon anywhere?
Interesting. Okay.
It will be within 30 miles of where I am currently located. I would be able to see the direction or know the direction and distance.
Hmm. No, you do not
Okay.
sense a bronze dragon.
Dope. I think the middle is as good as any.
What was to the right?
To the right was the room with glass orbs dangling from the ceiling. And if you were to press further right, Gilbert had mentioned a room that was not to be spoken of.
He did mention the dragon bones. Did he say which room that was in or no?
I do not believe he specified which room the dragon
Okay.
bones were in.
Cool.
I'm good with the middle. I'm gonna use one of the charges on my bag of tricks.
Okay.
They're not just sleeping pillows tonight.
Uh-huh.
Not tonight. Okay, let's do this. Jackal.
All right. A jackal? Is it a jackal? A jackal.
It's a jackal. It's a jackal.
Wasn't right the first bloody time. Why the hell would it be right after that?
Jackal.
Tyler,
Yeah.
a ring of protection does not require attunement, does it?
I
Oh,
believe it does.
I think it does. And attunement
Definitely
takes
does.
a short rest, right?
Definitely does.
Okay.
Trying to get that 29 armor class.
If you get a 29
Sled.
armor class, I'm gonna cry.
One day I'll get that.
I know
But
you
no,
will.
I was going to. I wanted to see if I could, knowing that we were just in a really shitty situation. I'd want to give it to our big guy. That I just feel safer going into his nice fluff.
Mm-hmm.
But if it requires attunement, I'll just hold on to it then.
Okay.
Until later. Cool.
All right. So I've got, believe, one vote for North from Seymour. What does the rest of the party think?
I had said north.
You had also said North. Yeah, Desto is a North. Bobby Joe?
I was gonna say we just go for the furthest and go
Okay.
for the creepy that nobody
Vote to
talks
the
about.
right. Sledge?
All right, it comes down to, do we plan on exploring this entire cave, or we know the right is the really bad thing, right? That is unknown.
It's something that's not spoken of.
It's unspoken. Bad, good, indifferent. It's unspoken.
There's something unspoken that could be bad or good. Do we want to be full strength, go or as full as we are now, or do we want to risk getting whittled down?
That is my thing. Are we planning on trying to see everything? Because if we are, then I'd like to go in place first.
Okay, we'll go right first then. So we do.
Okay.
So we do what we don't know first at full strength, and then
At
we'll
at
come
full
back.
strength, and then that way, if we need to, then
Then we can come back and.
that.
Okay.
All right, and we can still potentially take a rest if we find a safe room that we clear out or something. Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
I like that plan.
Yeah, all right. So I'm just going to go ahead and reveal.
I'm gonna use the facilities. I'll be right back.
Sure. Just, I will also say while we're pausing for a moment, just masterful character work there, Sledge.
Dude, I shit myself. I knew I fucked up. And I was like, oh no. I know I'm about to get fucking hammered.
No,
So,
that was hilarious.
I honestly thought it would, if it was successful, which fortunately I actually did roll. Even without advantage, I would have rolled decent. I think enough to do it. I was just trying to buy time for the fucking cavalry to come in and save our asses. And luckily they all fucking went with it. It was
So
I
good.
I was this close to going like, Desto, I hope you have some HP, because I'm about to go invisible and just hide in the corner to see you, buddy.
Oh,
I
wow.
I could have went invisible too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
Funny.
I was so. Oh shit.
But I was like, I really don't want to burn this right now.
No,
Yeah. All right. So
it's
I've
all good.
revealed the hallway. Ignore the green dot. Um, so go ahead and start thinking of if you would like to go to the left or to the right.
Damn it, Tyler!
What?
Too many path choices.
Well, didn't he say even further to the right? Is the room or
Mm-hmm. So I'll go ahead and get a pulse before Taz comes back. Does anybody have preferences left or right?
I'm thinking right.
Okay.
same?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we went full left and it was all good. So I feel like we got to go all right now, and then we'll get the middle after.
No, so when we go all right, it's going to be just shitty. Just completely just shitty.
All right. Well, if 4 of you are voting for that, I don't think that Taz, based on my impression of things, would argue. But I will wait for him to get back before we move forward.
So while we're waiting, here are a list of items that we need to potentially divvy up. There is a spell book that is written in giant. We have a ring of protection and a spell for it. We also have a new set of armor and these gauntlets because my strength is already 19.
What is the set of armor? I must have missed that.
Where did you get that armor from?
It was from Quiznos.
Quiznos? Oh, yeah.
It was the armor of vulnerability. It's
Mhm.
cursed.
Yes.
And we don't know anything about it, or what?
I believe you do know that because my tongue slipped. I slipped. There was a slip of the tongue in me saying armor of vulnerability, so I described a little bit of that to you. That it is cursed.
Interesting.
But so Taz, just to catch you up, I went ahead and revealed the hallway. There's a left or a right. The group is lent or is leaning towards right, but I didn't want to fully make that decision unless you had gotten to weigh in.
Right's fine with me. If the
Cool.
majority wants it, we're good with that.
All right,
Cool.
so then we will continue on. You walk down a hallway and see an oak door, ironbound, swollen with dampness, and it's difficult to open as you attempt to open it. Before I narrate you opening it, is there anything the party would like to do?
Would you like me to just kick the door down again?
Check it for traps.
Okay, that's fair.
Whoever's checking it for traps, give me an investigation check.
Who's as a team? I'm assuming we're gonna collectively pick someone to pick it. Are we all picking Desto, or is there somebody else?
I can check it.
Desto's
Nobody in
got
this
it.
group, but I'd rather check the door than Desto.
All right,
Are you just rolling an insight
I'm
check?
good at
out of it?
smashing doors, not good at picking them.
you can do it, lad. I have
Desto's
faith in
rolling
you.
an investigation check, and Bobby Joe, if you'd like to
Yeah.
help him, you can.
I rolled a.
Don't tell me that I casted guidance on you, Jimmy. Just so you know.
Okay.
I will allow that in at the bell.
Ah,
So I was trying to give you the pep talk and say, let me give you the pep talk, man.
Fuck are my D4s at? 25.
Okay, there are no traps on this door. You think that with one well-placed Bobby Joe kick, this door will open.
you want me to? Oh yeah. it?
I'm gonna just look at
Nice
Bobby
bottle
Joe and
opener.
just nod.
All right. And then, assuming that everybody's in agreement with this, Bobby Joe pulls her boot back, kicks down the door, or kicks through the door, rather, and the door opens into a room with glass orbs hanging from the ceiling. They are numbered 1 through 9. And I believe 2 seconds to confirm something here. Yeah, okay. All right, I am working on the fog lifting, but you see these orbs hanging in the room. What is the party's response?
Is there anything else in the room, or is it just them hanging?
Just those 9 orbs.
Um, hmm. Do we sense any magic in the orbs?
I will also specify that the spheres are hanging at about, we'll call it shoulder height for Buck, like just above our humans' heads, and then for the shorter party members, perhaps just out of reach. You get an aura of magic in this room, but it is so like mixed in with itself that you're not sure what's where and where is what.
Mm.
I look around the room to see if there's any kind of explanation as to what these are, what they do, anything like that. Looking for a video game signpost or hint as to what this room might be.
Hey, listen.
You look around, and there is nothing in this room to give you any sort of hint. There are 9 frosted glass orbs hanging from chains dangling from the ceiling.
How big are they?
Touch one of them. I will touch the number 1.
I would say they're about like a foot in diameter.
Okay.
I would tap it.
You tap 1. You see some movement, as you can see that something is in this orb. The frosted glass makes it difficult for you to see exactly what it is, but you see something is inside of the orb.
Bobby Joe will bet you can't shoot him.
I think that sounds like a terrible idea.
I concur with Buck.
Yeah.
I feel like she absolutely could shoot one of them, and she absolutely shouldn't right now.
I feel like that would just set off a lot of traps.
Wait a minute. I heard Seymour, was it you that came up with the song about all of the weird numbers in sequence? About calling it for a good time? 8675309?
Oh my!
Not an
I
original.
think we should hit them in that order.
I appreciate where that comes from, but I feel like there has to be some sort of thing to do. What say
I
we
put
check
my
the
head
other-
outside.
What say we check the other path and see if there's any markings on the wall or another door that needs to be opened with a sequence of dots on that maybe we can find a clue.
Yeah, I very quickly poke my head outside to see if there's any kind of sign outside that may explain what this room is.
There is not.
Gah.
If you tap, make noise.
What's that?
If you tap them, do they make noise?
Joe, you go up to one and sort of like flick at it very gently, not trying to break the glass, but just trying to like kind of see if noise is made inside it.
Sorry.
And you hear the ringing of glass. You get that sort of like dull ring of something. It feels like something is inside of it, but you're not sure what.
Maybe there's a key inside.
What
Well,
makes you think it's a key?
that would mean that the key is for a door or object, which means if we find said door or object, then we can come back here and try to look for a key.
Well, what's everyone's lucky number? We already pick one now, so we can try it out when we come back.
I think that that's going to help us.
But as far as things go, that I have heard worse plans. So I'm not opposed to picking my favorite number, which, in case anyone is curious, is 3.
We have heard of worse plans. He literally told Bobby Joe to shoot the things out. So this same idea is coming from the guy with a worse plan. So it's only an improvement, but how big of an improvement is it?
Any improvement is a good enough improvement for me. Now let's check out these other rooms.
So you're not attempting to do anything with the glass orbs right now. You're moving along.
Correct. You're backtracking, DM.
Okay.
So you know something we don't.
Of course he does.
Cool. All right, so you guys are now going to the left on this hallway.
Yep. Well, it'd be our right now.
Yes, but okay.
North.
Cool. You guys move north. You walk north. As you come to the next room, there's no door here, but there is an archway that you can see through. And you see, standing against the wall, 5 golems.
Oh, buddy.
They make eye contact with you, and one of them speaks and says,
"One of us does not belong. If you can pick who, it will serve you, and the others will allow you passage. Pick wrong, and we will kill you. You have 60 seconds.
So, pause very briefly.
Oh! Fuck you!
Pause very briefly. You see 5 flesh golems clustered against the north wall. Each has a number on its chest. 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. Number 5 is the one that speaks to you. And this is where I give you guys, out of game, 60 seconds to solve the puzzle.
Jesus fuck.
Starting
Okay,
now.
The answer is 9. It's the only one that's not a prime number.
That's great. Boom. Call. Great. Go with that. We're gonna die either way.
Does Seymour say that?
Does anybody else have any other fucking
What
option?
if it's a trick? What if it's a trick question? Because they're flesh golems, so they can all become one. So the answer is all of them.
Nope. I think that we're thinking too much about it. It's 9. That's not a prime number. Let's go for it.
Does Ammolia net recognize prime numbers?
Was there any other amplifying information besides the 5 numbers that make them look different?
Nope. 5 is the one that spoke to you. That's the only information
5
that
is
you
the
did
one
not
that
address.
spoke. All of them are on the north wall in order: 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 across the wall.
Correct.
Taz, he
10
says one's
seconds.
different. What if it's because he spoke, none of them else did? So it's him being able to speak is what makes him different.
That is a fair one. Bobby Joe, I see you waving your hand.
Oh, there are 9 golems and there are 9 glass things hanging from the ceiling.
No, there
There
are
are
only
not
5.
9, there's 5.
Oh, never mind.
Your
I missed
time
half
is
of it.
up.
So cool.
What is the party's answer?
Prime number 9. The
Seymour
prime number
speaks up.
situation. The only
It
one
says
that's not
9.
I think
You see number 5 is the one that spoke to you initially.
Well done. 9 will follow you now and obey your commands in this dungeon. The rest of us will wait here. Happy adventure.
no.
Good job, Taz.
Good job, Taz.
Alright, so
And I wrote it
now
out, looked at it, and I'm like, okay, like sequence this, that. I'm like, let me just pull something out of my ass. I was like, I don't know if anybody else thought of it, but I'm like, this is the only one that makes sense to me.
that was quick too.
That was very quick. I would not have thought of that. But I also missed half the puzzle, so it was the worst time ever to go.
Are you fiddling with the map, DM?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
All right.
cool. That was
There we go.
This room is a dead end now, or no?
No, it passes through.
Passes through.
Yeah, it should show now.
Golem number 9. Since you can follow us through, can you also speak?
I can.
Is there a riddle involving the room with the 9 glass orbs?
No.
What is inside of the orbs?
That is a secret not known to any of us. There's something different in each orb. Try your luck.
I
Who's
knew it was
supposed to break the orbs?
You don't have to. Unless you want to see what's inside.
What happens if you break all of them?
You would have everything inside.
Do you have a name?
Number 9.
Do you want a name?
Number 9.
I mean, other than number 9. Or do you want us to call you number 9?
You may choose as you wish.
let's call him Nueve.
No, I'm asking you, Mr. Goldblum. What do you want?
You see the stitching of this flesh golem begin to unbind ever so slightly.
Never mind. We are not going to do that. Number 9 it is. Let's go. Come on, buddy.
Okay.
So, we just discovered that the only way to figure out what's in the room with all the glass orbs is to break them and figure it out.
But you're gonna have to move.
So pick your favorite
Correct.
number and let's go.
You also see that this room is sort of like, I guess it's a vestibule, in the sense that there is an archway that leads into this room, there's an archway that leads out of this room, and into a further path.
Do we want to continue forward? Because we're probably going to have to backtrack our way back to here anyway. Thumbs up if we continue, thumbs down if we backtrack now.
I say we know that's a dead end, so let's just go there now because we have the golem to help us and it's fresh. What if something happens and golem gets taken away?
I don't.
Or we have the golem
Where the
open.
golem gets taken away.
We have the golem open each of the balls.
Yeah, maybe you could just crush it in his hand.
I mean, do we want to crush what's inside of it though?
Well, do we want to check and see what's beyond the golems, knowing that we're coming back to this room, or do we?
Yeah. Let's see what's beyond let's see what's beyond them, and then we can decide.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Let's
guys are
go.
journeying forward, further into the
Continue forward.
pathway. Okay. So you guys round a corner, and a short flight of stairs leads up to a dry corridor. Just around the corner is a turnstile. You begin to walk through it. Question mark?
Do we see anything beyond the turnstile, or do we just see this turnstile?
You see that I will fix the map ever so slightly, but basically the path takes another right turn.
Number 9. What is this turnstile? And does it cost anything?
No cost. It's just here. Although it makes it difficult to come back.
Ah!
Makes it difficult.
But I could remove it if you'd like.
Oh, you could?
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
You see the golem walks over to the turnstile and just uproots it from the ground and puts it to the side.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Will that have any negative consequences?
I don't think so.
Very well, number 9. You've worked your way in weight, apparently. Quite heavy.
He's gonna fit in perfectly.
Buck feeling a little
Yeah, how you doing, Buck?
redundant at this. Buck feeling a little redundant at this point. There's like a single tear. He's like, I could have removed that. It's fine. Brush like pretends like he's got dust in his eye from like him ripping the thing up, and just kind of rubs at his eye really quick, and it's just like, well, if we're going, let's go.
Is it just an excuse to hate another one of Tyler's NPCs?
No, this one I don't hate him. I just he does my job better than me.
All right, as the party presses onward,
Yes.
the next doorway opens onto a stone platform in a large natural cave. Opposite the entrance in the distance is another stone platform. Between them, a series of wooden discs suspended from the ceiling by massive steel chains. The cave floor seems to be covered by a pool of boiling mud. And I am working on getting the map to show you the cave.
Perfect. That's going to answer some of the questions. Boiling mud. I don't think I've ever heard of boiling mud.
A tar pit.
Sounds like tar to me.
All right, bro. Come on, get up.
All right, there we go. That should show you this room.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there anything in those alcoves that kind of go off to the side that we can see, or is it just like a not square room?
Just kind of a not square room.
Okay, cool.
The ceiling is about 50 feet above the level of the platforms. The cave floor is 50 feet below. Those two darker spots in the mud, you guys wait long enough and see that they are geysers. The discs themselves are about 4 feet in diameter and 3 feet apart.
Oh, yeah, how much weight you think those could hold?
Number 9. How much weight do these things hold?
I believe they hold one of you Or perhaps 2 of the smaller ones?
Hmm.
Even me? I'm a big boy.
Number
Yes.
9, can it hold one of you?
It can hold one of me. And I am also a big boy.
Well, geez, that's like holding up 9 people right there, isn't it? Get it? Because you're a flesh golem made of other people. It's like 9 of you. No, okay. I like number 9. He just gets me.
Number 9, if you could please not ever make that noise again, I would really appreciate it.
I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So how far are the gaps between each of these?
I believe the gaps are 3 feet each.
All right. Oh God. Okay,
Yeah, 3 feet apart.
I will go first. I think.
You think or you are?
No, I will go first. I am the heaviest. If it will hold me,
He
and
thinks therefore he is.
if not to doubt you, number 9, but in case something goes amiss, then and I can take a little bit of punishment. So
Bring the immovable rod and be ready to click it.
that's a thank you, little bird. That is a really good idea.
I'm gonna like half bow.
I but Buck turns and is like facing the mud pit right at the edge. Wipes his eye again, and wow, it's really dusty in here. And grabs the immovable rod and is ready to click it, and is getting ready to go.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics or athletics check.
I will be rolling athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's really good. That's a 22.
Okay. Now, how quickly are you just like swing, 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 or are you like taking a second to balance yourself and or are you
Um,
just like grabbing one platform, waiting for a second to see what happens? I guess on a
I
on a
will grab.
scale of slow, medium, and fast, how quickly are you moving through here?
We'll start slow, and then if something happens, then I'll speed up if necessary.
Okay. For you, you start slow and nothing happens. You can see the geysers beneath you beginning to bubble, perhaps bubbling a bit stronger than when you'd started. But
All right,
nothing
cool. As
happens.
soon as I see that, I'm moving.
Okay, cool. You get to the other side.
That wasn't so bad.
Good job, Buck.
Just don't take too long.
Now, none of us can use the immovable rod to help us get over there, correct?
Fuck!
Hey, number 9, can you go over across those things and grab the immovable rod and bring it back to us?
That's so mean to number 9.
Okay.
But he's just a tool, so I appreciate it.
He will
job.
do so.
Don't
I
call him a
will.
tool. He's a nice guy.
I will
Or
roll.
person.
Multiple people. I will roll and gosh, is he better at acrobatics or athletics?
Gotta be.
I would
athletic,
assume
right?
athletics because of his strength.
Big strength.
Strength.
All right, he begins working his way across. He continues moving, and as he gets nearly to Buck, the second geyser erupts. He's going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nope, that does not sound promising for our boy.
Well, now Buck is stuck.
And then he also makes a strength saving throw. Okay. He rolled decent on the dexterity saving throw, but unfortunately not well enough to avoid taking full damage from. He was one disc away. So you see. Oh gosh, where are my dice? Come on now. He has taken some damage as the boiling mud launches up and strikes him. He takes 16 points of damage, to give you guys a mechanical idea. And then he rolled very poorly on the strength saving throw.
Oh no.
You see number 9's grip slip on the chains that were holding this disc. And number 9 plummets.
Seymour,
Can I
what
do
did you do?
Can I do
Seymour,
anything
you
to
killed
save
him.
What are you attempting to do?
Can I attempt to grab him out of the mud?
Well,
With
I
my
guess he's
long-ass
falling.
arms?
So,
How close is he to the?
But he was 2 discs away, though. Right?
he was 1 disc away from Buck.
Oh, Buck's got long arms. He can do it
I have long arms.
with a glaive for a handle.
That
Here's
is true.
what I will
That's
say.
even more.
Are you reaching out with the glaive or are you reaching out with your arms? This is a 50-foot drop.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't think you're just.
Oh!
It's not like the floor is right underneath us. It's
No.
No,
felt
see,
out
I
over
completely
10 feet away.
misunderstood.
Mhm.
I will attempt to shove out the glaive, butt end first, so that he has something to grab onto in case, that way there's, a little bit of reach in case he, does fall.
Oh, he is actively falling. There is no if, ands, or buts
Okay.
about it. He has fully lost his grip. Are you attempting to grab him, or are you sticking the glaive out to see if maybe he can grab that, or are you letting it fall? And I need a decision. 5, 4, 3.
I will. Fuck.
2,
I'll just reach out
1.
and grab him. I'll reach and grab him.
Give me
You
a strength saving throw.
Fuck.
I will
arms.
say at the top, it is a DC 16
Okay.
for you to maintain your own balance.
Oh, Lord.
Cool.
It is a DC 22 for you to catch him.
Oh
Right.
no.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
23.
You catch Buck's arms, reach out fast, and grab underneath the armpits on either side of number 9, and very quickly hoist him onto the platform.
You lifted him
I'll-
like you lifted that turnstile.
I casually set him down and just well, don't be falling like that. We can't be losing you this soon.
You'll just hear Seymour shout from the other side. How about you just stay over there, number 9? Don't worry about coming back.
Okay.
Are you okay? Can I do anything to help you?
I am on the
Thank you.
ground now. I am fine.
Good man.
All right, who's next?
The horror I saw in y'all's eyes for a second.
I laughed because I'm just like, yep, of course this would fucking happen to me. I'm like, I got a brilliant plan. Tyler's probably not going to roll for the golem. Rolls for the golem and he falls. Fucking course.
All right, friends.
I can go next.
Here. I should have done this to number 9. Cast guidance on you. Go.
All right, yeah, I'll go.
All right, cool. Give me an
I don't know.
acrobatics or athletics check.
I don't know the rules of how Gond identifies with golems and inanimate objects.
27.
Cool. Desto, you bebop across these platforms. No issues whatsoever. And a light on the other side, no issues.
Cool.
Bobby Joe or Seymour.
Bobby Joe, go next.
Guidance. May Gond be with you.
Bobby Joe, if you're
Athletics
cooperating,
or
athletics or
Acrobatics.
acrobatics.
okay, I'm going for acrobatics then.
That's
Okay.
a great call for you.
18.
18. You walk across. You see the geysers beginning to bubble, specifically the one closer to the platform that you are exiting from. But neither geyser blasts as you make your way across and alight on the other platform.
Or Lavender, whoever the fuck you.
All right, Seymour, you're up.
You're going last?
Yep. Making sure you guys are all good and taken care of as much as I can. Can't do much, but I can do something, which is better than nothing. So I truly hope you make it across okay, and I cast guidance on it.
All right, athletics or
I will
acrobatics.
attempt to go next, and I have a +1 or a +0 to fight for here. So I'm going with the
Cool.
+1.
Uh-huh.
That for me is acrobatics. I would like to say that I am going very slow,
Yeah.
and at any point, if I feel like I am about to fall or am falling, I have readied a misty step to get me to the next platform.
I will allow it.
That is a total of 13.
You grab on to the first chain. Swing to the next chain. Swing to the next chain. As you get about halfway across, you feel the geyser behind you erupt. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good of God.
Godspeed there.
That will be an 11.
Okay. You are able to maintain your position given the fact that you were as far away as you were from the geyser. You take 6 points of damage as boiling mud lands on your back. But Seymour has felt pain before, takes a second, collects himself, tightens his grip on the chains, and keeps moving, and puts foot on the other stone platform. Sledge, you are now all alone on the original platform.
All right, I
I would like to do something.
Yeah?
Once I have made it across, I would like to, from across the cave, start playing on my guitar the Beatles song. Help, I need somebody. Help. And
Uh-huh.
give Sledge a dice of bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
1d8.
Is are these things able the so how much does the golem weigh? I'm just trying to see how much it was able to hold up.
Oh, the golem. Oh, where did he go? There he is. Okay, so it doesn't say specifically. I would say the golem is a very unkempt, very unsculpted 300 to 350 pounds.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
Are you heavier than that?
I was going to give myself advantage and cast enlarge, but I weigh 8 times more, and I'm about 360 right now with the armor. No, I'm sorry, 250 with the armor. So
I see.
I was hoping he'd be more like 800 pounds and like looking good, but
I'll
I
be
will
a.
not cast that.
Uh-huh.
I'm still petrified that we are so high over the ground. I did not realize that, and Sledge is still scared of heights.
Yeah.
I am just going to try my best to look forward, slightly up, and I am just going to go as fast as I can over it.
Give me
After
a.
I cast guidance on myself.
You cast guidance on yourself. You have a bardic.
Yep.
Roll your athletics or acrobatics check.
All
At
right.
disadvantage because you're scared.
That would suck. So as I'm running, I'm just like, God be with me. God be here. Fuck you. And I'm gonna use that just anyway. 9, 29.
29. Sledge, using his fear, bounds effortlessly from chain to chain, platform to platform, as though it was a steady floor almost. He barely alights on each platform. You see just a slight wiggle as he is moving so fast across these platforms and lands on the other side.
Oh,
Done.
carried me there, number 9. You made it look so hard, but that was pretty easy.
I'm sorry, Master.
I'm not your master. Just be better.
I will be better.
Buck just takes a second and does that thing where like you put your hands on your knees and just if possible, I vote we don't come back that way. That was horrible.
Agreed.
The party
Next
presses
room.
onward.
Next room.
Number 9,
Enters.
do you know what's next? Buck's not hiding, but there's a little like catch in his voice at the point.
I cannot say.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. So you all open a door.
Hey there. What are you up? I've somehow lost my token, by the way.
You've lost your token. All right. Well, let's find that real quick. Oh yeah, I
I
see
believe
where
we're all still in the hobgoblin room.
I am putting
I
you
am.
on the stone platform. You had somehow been dragged into the fog. I don't know if I had done that or what, but apologies there.
How
I had myself by the turnstiles, but I think I got dragged. I was like, oh, I disappeared. I was trying to keep track of it.
I'm still back at where we started.
All right.
I got you. Oh, I lost you. You're in the darkness.
come back to the light, Bobby Joe?
All right. I'll fix character tokens. Give me 1 second. But you guys enter this
Right.
room. It is dark for just a moment, but as the door opens, torches on each wall light. And you see within this room, everyone make a perception check.
Ooh, baby. 16 for Sledge.
Why can't
14.
11.
14?
All right, so run that by me again. So 14 for Bobby Joe. I think Sledge also had a 14.
16.
16.
I had a 14.
Desto?
11.
11.
19.
And then 19 for Seymour. Inside the room, all of you see the presence of the Tao, who I will drop in the handout section momentarily.
Ooh, buddy, let's go.
Desto, that is the only thing that you can focus on at the moment. For my 14s and my 16, you see that in this room are a number of leather sacks, scrolls, and potions behind the Tao. Seymour,
Good.
amongst the scrolls, you in particular see something that's not necessarily elevated, but does seem set apart. You see a purple book bound with gold. You see the Tao faces all of you, weapon in hand.
You are not supposed to be here. You must die.
Everyone, roll initiative.
Oh, babe, let's go. Let's go. See?
Fuck. Okay. Okay.
Bobby
Okay.
Joe, we need you to take out Slingshot and just do everything in your power.
I'm gonna say Slingshot is going to be the move here.
All right, boys. I've been rolling good with this dice. Besides one roll, that was for initiative with a 1. Let's see if it comes through. All right.
All right, give me 1 second to fully get going here with that fog.
Are we closer? Just so like, are we at the entrance of the room?
Yeah, you're in the room.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Cool.
Oops.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Unfucking real. And then there's Bobby Joe. Drop you in there. And then
Where's number 9? Where's number 9?
fair point. All right. Number 9's behind you guys. All right, and I will roll initiative for number 9 as well. Okay.
I don't know why. I just heard the like didn't thing, and I thought that was like a special guest coming here to voice number 9. I was so excited.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Okay. All right, initiative 25 to 20. No dice. 20 to 15.
15.
16.
Ah.
16.
Okay, that was everybody, so give me a second. Or almost everybody.
Jeez, let's
I
go.
finally rolled good on initiative.
All right,
How
so
the turntable from the last one?
all right, so who I heard a 17.
I have
That was me.
8.
Okay, 18. Okay, Seymour's got an 18. Bobby Joe at 17. And then did I hear 2 16s?
No, I had a 16. I believe Sledge had a 15.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
right.
Look. 16.
I love that hammer.
Sledge.
It's a bottle opener.
It's so great. Yeah, I know, but it's just looking at it, it's so great.
Oh no, it's fantastic. And there's like a little heft to it too.
Nice.
So like Big fan.
They have a meat tenderizer in the shape of Mjolnir, and it's fucking dope. I want to
Desto, what
buy
did
it.
you
I'm
get?
gonna say check out
10.
my.
Okay. All right. And as I am fixing music, Seymour, you will be the first to act.
I'm not used to this. What do I do?
Searching for music for your next video? Then you need to check out our list.
All right,
With
I
amazing new
am
music added daily
going to
and one simple license that covers
look at
everything.
creature.
Artlist is the music licensing
I'm going
platform
to
for
let
all
out
creators.
a greenish
Start
aura
now and find the perfect song.
into an area that encompasses him as I cast fairy fire on him.
Oh,
And I
fuck
would
yeah.
like him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Huh. Nat 1.
Nice.
I'm waiting for it. Where's the legendary resistance?
None.
Oh.
Unless I'm missing something on the character sheet, you're good.
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know much about it, Dal. So that's why I was like,
Sure.
this totally seems like a creature that could be legendary resistance somewhere along the way. Okay, then as a bonus action, I am going to turn to Buck and start playing Eye of the Tiger in the background and say, "Get in there, go get him." As I bardically inspire my friend Buck.
Okay.
And before I double check, I'm cool hiding out in the corner of the room over here.
Okay. Cool.
That's what I wanted to make sure, is that I'm as far away from this thing as I can be in this moment.
All right. Next up is Bobby Joe.
Alright, I'm not gonna move because this thing shoots super far. And I'm gonna use my rifle of divine. Wait, it says of divine smite, but I'm not divine smiting every time I use it, right?
You are.
Correct.
It is. Yeah, you would have to activate it.
How would I activate it?
So if you hit with a shot, much like melee divine smite, you can just tell me, hey, I'd like to make this one a divine smite and add the damage to it. But you get to see whether or not you hit before you add that damage.
Yeah, basically, it's like you can choose to add a D8
Yep.
of
2d8.
damage
2d8. Okay,
if you'd
dope.
like to.
Oh, shit.
I
You
believe
do that
it's
3 times.
Well,
So you
I
get 3
guess I'm
uses of
gonna do
2d8, and
that.
if the creature is undead, you get an extra d8 on top of it.
It's undead or fiend, right?
I don't think Fiend was part of it, but
Okay.
we can get back to that. So essentially, if you ever want to make one shot hurt a lot more, you have the option of quote-unquote divine smiting it to do bonus damage. But you can only do it 3 times a day, so you can choose when you want to do it. So you could blow all 3 of them on the first 3 shots that hit with this gun, or you can do like 1 on this boss, 1 down the line later or something.
Okay. Question for DM then.
Mm-hmm.
Can I start with my regular pistols and then hit him with my other one, or because I do get the bonus action, that technically only be
Your
2
bonus
shots of
action.
the rifle?
Your bonus action can be a pistol shot. You can do 2 shots with the rifle or the pistol as your action, but the bonus action has to be a pistol.
Okay. Well, then I'll start with my rifle of divine smite.
Good old
And
slingshot.
hit the day, so I might as well go for a divine smite.
Okay.
But you can
Oh
so you can
no,
make that
Bren's
call.
Discord crashed.
Yes, it did.
Dang.
So you can make that call after you hit him.
After I hit him.
So
Cool.
you don't waste anything if you miss. It's just once I hit, I go, I would like to divine smite this, and you roll extra damage.
Heard.
So go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead and roll to attack.
I got a 19.
Now,
Night.
did you do that with advantage?
Why advantage? Oh, because fairy
Fairy
fire.
fire. Any creature in the area
Hell yeah, dude.
outlined, if it fails its dexterity saving throw, any attack roll against an affected creature has advantage if the attacker
He's
can
better.
see it. And the affected
Okay.
creature object can't benefit from being invisible.
What would my advantage be on that? Like, what
You
would I
get to
add
roll
to it?
again and take the higher of the two.
I keep thinking I need to add something for advantage, but
No, advantage means you get to roll twice and take the higher.
I'll roll another time. That one was a 20.
A natural 20 or a total of 20?
Total of 20.
Okay.
Okay, 20 will hit.
Dope, I'm gonna divine smite him.
Okay. So do your rifle damage and then add 2d8 as well.
Alright, there's a button for that somewhere, right?
Yes, there should be. Well, you would have to roll the 2d8 on your own.
So 21.
21 points of damage, heard.
Fuck yeah.
There's a chunk.
Bye, bitch.
You fire your first shot with a bolt of radiant energy firing along with the bullet. You strike into the Dow and you see a wound appear in its chest. However, it appears unfazed. It just sort of like rolls its shoulders, thrusts forward with its hammer.
Is that all you've got?
I'm gonna say you wish, and then use my bonus action to shoot him with my pistol.
Okay, did you take a second shot with the rifle? Or no, you wouldn't because it would just be the one shot. My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Does she not get 2 shots with the rifle?
No.
Because it's multi-attack.
She should.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you should. So you get one more shot with the rifle.
With advantage, babe.
Yes,
Okay.
because you get 2
I remember
attacks.
talking about this at the end of last session. You get a multi-attack with the rifle, and you have to use a pistol as your bonus action, though. I think it's what was discussed.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't use the rifle as a bonus action, but you could use a pistol as a bonus action.
Okay, heard. I guess I'm gonna shoot him again with my rifle.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage.
You are an absolute machine as a fighter when it comes to fighting. This is your specialty.
I got 18.
18
Okay.
just
Did
hits.
you roll that with advantage, by the way?
Did I what?
Did you roll that with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
just want to make sure.
18 just hits. Roll me damage on that.
18 is gonna, or damage is gonna be an 8.
Another 8 damage. Heard. All right, and then bonus action pistol.
Yes, sir. 12?
12 will not hit. So Bobby Joe lines up her new rifle, a bolt of radiant energy firing from it and piercing the hide of this Dow. And then the second shot following swiftly behind it. The third shot, as Bobby Joe goes for her pistol, is struck away by the hammer or the maul of this Dow.
This could be fun.
All right. Next up is Buck, who is not here.
Awesome. Hold on. I'm here. I should be.
Okay.
Sorry. Having to do things on my phone because my computer is being stupid. So bonus action. I center myself in the best way possible and go into a rage.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an 18. Hold on. Cool. So I hope this will be useful. So you see that there is a field that kind of like warps like time and space around me a little bit. And those of you who have a connection to magic feel that that magical connection like kind of waver just a little bit. And so basically, DM, from a mechanics perspective, I can disrupt him if he begins concentrating on a spell.
If he begins concentrating on a spell. Okay.
Right.
Got it.
I have basically like I have an anti-magic field around me for creatures that I choose.
Okay.
So I will then run up and make 2 attacks recklessly against him.
You don't need to do reckless while you were out.
Because of fairy fire.
Yep.
Then I won't, and I will just simply attack at advantage.
That was 90% of what I was trying to do here, is make sure of that. And you have a bardic inspiration.
I will use my bardic inspiration, which is a D6, right?
8.
A D8.
Dude, Brent, you look so much like Buck right now with the hair and the beard.
Right?
It's intimidation.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Cool. Second attack is a natural 20.
Cool.
We're here for...
Those both hit.
So first attack is the first attack is 15 points of damage.
Okay, 15 points of damage.
Oh, no, it's not, because he hasn't gone in initiative, right?
Correct.
Correct.
So that's another 2d6 on top of that. So 15 plus... so that's 20 points of damage for the first hit.
15 plus another 5, okay.
The second hit...
Hell yeah, brother.
So you add max to whatever you rolled.
And because of my 2d6 added as well because of surprise attack, because he hasn't gone in initiative yet.
I'm gonna check your character sheet to see if that applies for both.
If you hit a creature with an attack that is not yet gone with an attack roll, it does an extra 2d6. It says nothing about on your first attack or whatever.
Okay, hold on.
That's pretty similar to the revised Ranger, so I would think that it would fit that category.
I'm inclined to believe you. I want to check. Alright, let's see. Features. What is that exactly?
A surprise attack on my actions. It's on the others section at the very bottom.
But how do you... Wait, oh, surprise attack. That is not yet taken a turn? Yeah, I guess you would stack those as well. So those max out.
Hell yes.
So wait, you're doubling all... Oh, you're doubling all of this. God damn it.
You even have your turn, Tyler?
I don't know.
No. Dearest DM, that is... So 20 points on the first hit. On the second hit is 22 plus 32.
54.
No, plus 22. So yeah. So whatever that is, 22 plus
54?
yeah,
54.
so 54 on the second
20
hit.
Oh,
for a total of 74 damage.
Oh, there's a chunk out of her.
holy fuck. Okay. Give me a second. I wasn't expecting to be working with that large number so soon.
That's why we're striving for advantages here.
Jesus. All right.
See, I didn't even need advantage on the second hit. I just rolled a nat 20 the first time.
So Buck launches himself forward, making a first strike with the glaive, catching kind of in the rib cage area, and as he brings the glaive back around, drives it into the wound already created by Bobby Joe, and just digs deep with the glaive. As you hear the Dow cry out in pain, and dealing a significant amount of damage, you get the sense that you've severely wounded him already. Or them. They're a genderless entity, but you have wounded them.
Yeah.
Severely. I am terrified to ask, is there anything else you've got to do?
I will run up and get directly in its face and just let out a blood-curdling roar.
Okay.
Get it, Book.
Damn. And the language of your aura is that it just does it negate any concentration spells, or what is going on there? Sledge, you are on deck.
Creatures within 30 feet of you concentrating on a spell must make a concentration check to maintain that spell.
Okay, but no one was currently... Okay, cool. But that,
So
I guess that
basically,
keeps going, correct?
Basically, I can force a concentration check on every bonus action.
Sure. Okay.
Without having to hit them.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn. Sledge, it is your turn next.
All right. I'm gonna. You're not even gonna see me because I'm right underneath this poof of hair, but I'm gonna run up. All right, we're gonna chip you down and sculpt you into a paperweight, you overgrown rocky turd. And I am going to cast a second level. You already know what it's gonna be. Second level, inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds. All right. God bless America.
Didn't get a nat 20, but I got a dirty 20.
You did that with advantage?
That'll hit.
Yep. I got a 6 and a 12. Unfortunately. But I still get to do 4d10.
4d10. Good.
Rolls. 9, 12. 24. Necrotic damage.
All right. You do 24 necrotic damage as you begin inflicting wounds all over the body of this Dow. Once again, cries out in pain.
And I'm just going to be on the right side of her, and that will be my turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Fuck him and his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Alright, so just to be clear, Buck is right up here, Sledge is to the right of him, Bobby Joe's at her distance. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. The Tao disappears into the earth. And for a second, you can't see where they went. But then
Does it provoke him?
It does not.
Okay.
Tao pops up next to Bobby Joe, Seymour, and Desto. Desto, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hell no.
I am gonna burn my last charge of lucky.
Okay.
Okay. 16.
Desto, you feel a pressing on your mind. As somehow the Tao is pushing in on your head, pushing in on your memories, pushing in, looking for the dark secrets within. And you feel for a moment flashes of blood, a gnawing pit in your stomach. You feel unsettled. You feel the hair or the feathers raise on the back of your neck. You were then able to shrug it off and resist the spell's effects.
No! No, no, no! Remember what craven animal you are!
It's now number 9's turn. He's going
Bro,
to
let's
launch
go.
from behind Desto and take 2 swings against the Tao.
Number 9. Number 9.
I suppose with advantage. You see number 9 launch himself into the Tao, shoving him against the wall, dealing 13 points of damage. He then yanks him and bashes him against the other wall, doing another 13 points of damage, for a total of 26. Which puts you guys at... The Tao is barely, not barely hanging on, but looking very close to have lost all fight. Desto, it is now your turn.
The Tao's gonna die.
Get it.
Alright. I'm gonna do 2 attacks, short swords. First one, I'm sure that's probably gonna miss. That's 12.
12 will miss.
Did you do it with advantage, Jimmy?
Oh, I did not. Shit.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is a 25.
25 will hit.
So
All right.
clutch there, Seymour.
Second one.
Definitely shows the
As,
importance of good paper
15.
sucks, Mel.
Say that.
A 15.
15 will not hit.
Okay, I figured not. Alright. Oh, okay. 22, no, 23 damage.
Dao looks as though it's barely hanging on. As Desto stabs and again drives deeper into the chest wound into this Dao, twisting his sword before yanking it out. The second is able to be caught by the Dao, who throws your arm to the side on the second strike.
Alright. That's my turn.
That's your turn. We will move back up to the top of the order with Seymour.
Okay. So, because I am in melee range of this guy, if I were to catch Eldritch Blast, it would be at disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
But because of the Fairy Fire, it'll just be a flat roll, right?
Correct.
Alright. I will use 2.
Man, that is a clutch Fairy Fire.
I figured only because I finally got the opportunity to go first do I actually hope that it works out. If not, it's like, well, I wasted the first turn, but that's fine, because nothing was happening. First one is a 10, the second one is an 18.
The 18 will hit.
Alright. Doing 14 points of force damage to him.
Seymour, you fire the first bolt and misses. You focus and fire the second bolt. How would you like to do this?
I almost want it to come out as if I'm like kind of just like trying to push myself away from him as far as I can as I back up against the wall, and using like the kind of the keytar as like it's also like my spellcasting focus, just like pointing it at him and like pushing it. And as the first one missed, I come back as like a second one, and it's just like this, like really loud war cry like scream like Buck does, just like but nowhere near as rugged sounding, and just pashoof as the eldritch energy just hits it like square in the center of its being as it kind of just like collapses down.
And it does. It collapses into a pile on the ground. And we are out of initiative. The body immediately begins to disintegrate and turn into a crystalline powder, but it leaves behind its maul.
Ooh.
Is this?
Do you want that thing?
I will pick up the ball and hope I don't disintegrate.
You pick
How does
up.
it feel in my hands, DM?
To anyone else, it would feel incredibly heavy. To you, it feels like a +1 maul.
Ooh.
I
I will hold on to it.
Tyler, as a team, is this where we're gonna take uh, an end, or just because I know she's got to get up really early,
Sure.
or does the rest of the team want to keep going and she can still go to bed?
If you guys can give me
I
another,
gotta get off here, guys.
if I can get like another 5 minutes, we can close everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I'll really rapidly narrate, and we will finish things. So the group finds in this room. So go ahead and get notes ready to take down treasure stuff. You find the +1 mall. You find the leather-bound purple book with gold trim on it. You find 10,000 silver pieces and 9,000 gold. You find a potion of mind reading and 3 spell scrolls. One of Conjure Minor Elemental, one of Dispel Magic, and one of Magic Mouth. And so here's the fun part. That I am now going to reveal the rest of the map and very quickly narrate what you guys find as you explore the rest of the cave. You notice in the first room that you go to, subsequent the fight with the Tao, that has creatures anyway. Those creatures peel back from you and give you space. You're not sure why exactly. Perhaps that's something for a later day to discuss. But you should be able to see pretty much the entire map. Ignore that one little black streak. I'm not going to clean it up right now. But you keep moving through. In the room heading towards the center, you find 600 gold pieces, a piece of jewelry worth 2,000 gold, and a suit of +1 chainmail armor. Um, 12. I don't believe that's been. Yeah, that doesn't have anything. You find a spell scroll of Stinking Cloud. And within the lake, the cauldron, that the Dragonbone Golem exists. You walk in, see the golem take shape, and then bow in deference, moving to the side and allowing you to find 1,000 gold, 20 gems worth 1,000 gold apiece, 1 gem worth 5,000 gold, and a stone of good luck. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, you find a group of small pots of paint with the word Nulzer inscribed on each one. And that, I believe, is everything that you find in this dungeon.
How many paint things? 5, did you say?
I believe so.
Whew.
Not 5 of the item, 1 of the item, but 5 within it.
Oh, okay. 5
Yeah.
uses of the item.
No, not 5 uses, but like it's a set of 5 paint cans that adds up to 1 item of Nulzer's
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not handing out 5 of those. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
What I don't know what they are, but I want.
That's the cool paint things that he had in
Skullcano.
Okay,
Basically, you paint something, and if you can paint it, then it exists.
Oh.
All right, so that's all the items that you guys find. You notice that everything kind of clears out and gives you space. I'm going to narrate. You guys begin to exit the dungeon. We can kind of retcon and flashback to anything that happened within the dungeon next session if we want to. But as you leave, the note that I will leave you on, you're all exiting the cavern. You've all had some difficult fights, some not so difficult fights, some very interesting experiences, regardless of how you slice it. Seymour, as you exit the cave, you and you alone hear a voice in your head.
Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Looking forward to hearing from you real soon. Toodles!
And that is where we will end our session. We have finished the dungeon crawl. Thank you all for the patience with me.
I feel, if anything, you've been patient with us.
Yeah.
We spent 1/3 of this dungeon crawl trying